about myself and just this journey for anyone through Al-Anon is there's a difference between hope and expectations.
Yeah.
And you should never not have hope.
Right.
Agree.
Yeah,
Ever.
True.
Ever. Hope should always, it should be a constant. But there's a difference in hope and expectations. And I think that's one thing that that I didn't know, that I feel like when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, that makes me feel so much better. Like now I know, and I feel like some people really need to hear that. Like there's a difference in hope and expectation.
Knuckles. Yeah, baby, it's a date. Oh, look at, I just got my excitement on the
I feel like we could totally pull up some like YouTube karaoke things on this and just do it here.
That'd be you know what? She thinks out of the box.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
She pulled out,
how long have we been here and we've never thought of that idea?
How about we've been trying to figure out our logo and she just nailed it?
Right. That's what I'm saying.
When's your birthday?
August 10th.
So you are a
Leo.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's a Leo.
My mom's a Leo too.
Mom was an animal.
My mom too.
She's a killer.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's a killer.
Mine is.
Yeah. She's a bear. She's a mama bear. You're a mama bear too, though.
Yep.
You really are.
I am.
You're a good mother.
Do you have?
Yeah.
You sing, so we know you sing now. Do you dance?
Oh Lord.
You can.
I can,
You
but
can?
and I love to dance, but
You
I
do?
would never be like, yeah, I can dance. Like no.
Okay,
Which means she could dance way better than
so
us.
make sure that your cord is behind you a little bit. Yeah, right
so it
there.
doesn't
And then
interfere with your outfit.
Michelangelo.
Oh, no, we're not doing that,
Yes,
are
we are.
Oh,
What?
Yes,
Lord,
we are.
this is embarrassing already.
Everybody, get ready.
The intro.
Oh,
Get
yeah.
ready. Get ready.
This
Get
is-
ready. Cue the intro.
I know, we need a new song.
I can't help myself though. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's enough.
I couldn't help myself. I tried not to dance.
It's basically non-copyrighted music.
Yeah, that's all we got right now.
We got
We're waiting
nothing.
on we're waiting on a guy to
He's
do
doing a jingle. We hired a
We're
guy.
gonna make a jingle at karaoke when we're
Oh
done.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Welcome
Maci.
to the show.
welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I'm
we are-
so excited.
No, we are so pumped.
Yeah.
I'll be
Talking about
honest,
it.
y'all. I have 3 kids. I do not fly all the way across
Yeah.
the country for almost anybody.
I know.
Well, we are.
We were
I'm
shocked.
So excited.
No,
Yeah.
are you kidding me? God.
I want to know how all this happened though, because like one day we were just like chilling,
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff, and Catherine comes running out of the office and she goes, "Maci just liked one of your
Yeah.
picture."
I
That's-
watched all the things
Yeah,
on
that's how it
Instagram,
started.
YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
How did you find us? Just popped up.
honestly, I think it was from different hashtags.
Yeah.
Certain things I've been going through and being a support person that struggles with addiction, I need all the help I can get type of thing. But I started Al-Anon early this year. And so I was just kind of going down rabbit holes of like learning and getting all different perspectives and relating, and a rabbit hole was Hopeaholics. And I was like, I like this.
That's amazing.
So yeah.
That's a nice pro to
Yeah.
social media
Mm-hmm.
because we hear a lot of negatives about social media.
No,
That's
it
a
really,
pro.
it was one of those like, and then I've like saved the hashtag, like whatever those hashtags were.
Yeah.
And then I would go on YouTube and like watch the channel and stuff like that. And I used to watch that show like I don't even remember when it was on.
We started 2013.
Okay, yeah. So I did feel like it was back a bit.
Yeah.
And she was my favorite on
Oh my
the
goodness.
Divas show. And I watched
Love
the episode that she was on with y'all.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is magic. Like I didn't want it to end.
Oh, that's
Like it was just it just flowed so well. And then like right after y'all announced
Yeah.
she was gonna be a host, I was like, this is because I was thinking, I'm like, man, she needs to help, like, be on this all the time.
Yeah.
It just flowed right.
awesome.
It was
That was
great.
our plan,
Thank
even like a
you.
month before she got here. Chad
That's
and
what
I,
they say.
we were like
but
this
I
with our
don't
fingers.
know.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get this. Is not Eva's ours. Oh yeah.
That's what they say
Oh yeah.
now.
Then we're gentlemen.
I'm not even sure. I don't know if that part is true.
No.
About you being a host. That just it was because of the episode though. We really did flow really well.
It showed,
And it felt like it was just three hosts talking and we weren't even like interviewing.
Yes.
And it was fun.
Yep.
And her and Shane got wild like right at the beginning. She came in and she's like, I'm with my boys, Chad and Shane's just like yelling over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah.
It-
I mean, we literally had met 5 minutes before that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I would have bet on the opposite because it just, I don't know. It just, and as a listener, it was almost just like a hug. Like I could listen to this all day and learn something and feel something and just, it was just cool.
Yeah.
Like I did not want that episode to end. So
It didn't.
I love that.
We
Thank
just
you.
kept-
that's,
we
like,
just kept
awesome.
going.
That's the
Yeah.
that's the best.
The
compliment.
episode,
Yeah,
we
that's
paused for a second. About like maybe a month later, you were back out here.
So I think that's when it.
I mean,
became,
so a lot of
official.
stuff has happened since then, and then we'll really get into you. But
yeah, it seems like, I do feel like that. Like the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It seems like it's just like a good kind of volcano has just been building.
I mean, honestly, it's a God thing. You know, the podcast started because my
Oh, I just got
21-year-old
chills.
21-year-old daughter found her fiance dead from fentanyl a year ago, and that's what birthed this podcast, and all these amazing things just keep happening to this podcast because it's God's in charge, God's the CEO, and we're battling something very, very serious out there.
Yeah.
300 people are dying every day from fentanyl and other opiates and more when you add in other addictions and
Mental health
alcoholism,
issues. All
mental health issues. We're just trying to bring people back together and offer people hope. And it doesn't matter if you're an addict or not an addict. Everybody at some point is affected with some type of pain. And we're just here to offer that silver lining.
I swear it's like a hug for the public.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Hopeaholics is.
And
Like
it's funny-
for me, that's what I feel like when I get in my car and I go, I'm like, okay, what am I going to listen
Yeah.
to? And sometimes it's like not even right on the forefront of my thinking, but it pops up and I'm like, I need to listen to this today. Like I need to hear whatever they're talking about for this drive.
Yeah.
And that's why I got chills and you're like, it's a God thing. Like it's put in front of you for a reason. And it's just like a hug for the public. That's what I get from it,
Yeah.
being a listener. And I don't struggle with addiction. I hope I never do. But I know what that's like and I've learned so much. But it really, like from a listener and now being a guest, but like you guys, it's a hug. Like sometimes there's just that one thing that you're like, oh shit, like, holy crap, like I have literally been dealing with that. Or man, I know what that's like. And it's crazy. Y'all are doing God's work. Good people know good people, but y'all are just showing up for everybody.
That's I think why we were so. I mean, me personally was really excited to have you come on. So I mean, I get it. You are slammed with being busy, like you said, and you have 3 kids. You're filming TV shows. Like you're doing all of the things. So for you to come in our studio was a big. We were all very excited about it because I think it's so important to hear, for our listeners to hear your perspective, because I feel like with even myself, even though I have put some time together with my sobriety, I still hold a little bit of guilt in the sense of putting my parents through that turmoil.
Yep.
Because I feel a lot of people, especially kind of what we were talking about earlier before we hopped on, is the addict, the alcoholic, when they're heavy in their disease, have no clue exactly. They might think like, oh, it's like no big deal. But the amount of pain, that they're causing their so-called loved ones, you know,
Yeah.
what they're kind of going through, because I feel like especially it's so difficult to watch somebody basically kill themselves
Yep.
and then feel helpless,
Yeah.
because I feel we can all agree that it comes down to the addict and alcoholic and that individual to make that conscious choice for themselves to get well.
Mm-hmm.
No one can, like, as much as you love somebody, whether it's your partner, whether it's your son, your daughter, your cousin, your friend, you can't make them get sober.
Yep.
You cannot get them well. And I think that's very hard for a parent or a loved one or a really close friend to really understand that, because
100%.
it's so easy. Like, my husband's a normie, so to him it's like, yeah, well, just stop drinking and stop
Yeah, just
drugs.
quit.
Yeah, just
Like,
quit.
it's causing
Mm-hmm.
bad
causing
things.
a lot of damage in your
Can't
life.
you see
Like-
what is happening?
Exactly. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with you? Like, why can't you stop? Especially when you start ruining your life, or
Mhm.
you're facing like a lot of heavy consequences from
Yep.
that behavior. So it's really amazing to have you on, because I think it's really important. What you're walking through at this current time is heavy. And
It's
and it's
heavy.
very difficult,
It's
especially
hard.
you juggling your family, your work, your marriage, like all of the things are going on, it directly affects you in all of those
Yes.
areas.
Yes.
And that's hard.
Yeah. No, it's gone. His addiction, it's been going on for so long that I feel like a year ago I would have said, 8 years ago was the hardest time or whatever. But now is the hardest time
Mhm.
because I feel like now I'm trying to remain healthy while growing and learning and loving myself and having children and having a husband. And this is my oldest son's father. Like, there's just so much. And I don't want to half-ass it.
Mm-hmm.
It was so easy in the past to just get angry and say,
Sure.
can I say the F word?
Yeah.
Okay. To get angry and say, fuck it.
Yeah,
like,
for
fuck
sure.
you, fuck
Yep,
you, fuck
yep.
that, fuck this.
Mhm,
Ugh,
mhm.
No, I'm so angry. I don't need this. I'm not doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So easy. But, like, where'd that get anybody? Where'd that get me?
Mm-hmm.
Where did that get me as a mother? Where'd that get my son?
Mm-hmm.
As a friend, even to Ryan, like, where'd that get us? Nowhere. But I couldn't keep doing the things and handling it the way that I was before, because that wasn't working either.
Yeah.
So it really is every day just, all right, what can I learn? How can I show up for me? How can I show up for me?
Mm-hmm.
How can I show up for my son? How can I show up as someone who is a support person, a friend to Ryan, while still respecting myself,
Yeah.
my boundaries,
Yes.
and my own health,
Mm-hmm.
because it's easy to just live in the anger.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just say fuck it
Mm-hmm.
and be angry all
yeah,
the
and
time.
like, fuck you.
And then what kind of life is that?
Yeah.
Like, what do I have to offer myself? But what do I have to offer Ryan then when I'm just so angry that I could rip his freaking eyeballs out of his
Yeah.
face because he's not getting it?
Mhm.
It's just like, there's just so much. It's way less about Ryan and way more about me.
Sure.
That's actually what it really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That's a lot of growth
Yes.
Mhm.
that you've gone through.
and a lot of
Yeah.
work.
It
A
sounds-
lot of work.
It
God.
sounds to me, because the anger that is resentment, right?
Mhm.
It's
Yes.
resentment anger.
Yes.
And the problem with the resentment is that the only person that a resentment hurts is yourself.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And but we always say in the program, a resentment is like me drinking poison hoping that it'll hurt you.
That's facts.
That
Man, yeah.
But it
Yeah.
sounds like to me also you got to a point where we also have this saying, and it was kind of goes with what you said, and I've been saying it a lot
Yeah.
lately because it keeps popping up in like
It's true.
the podcast realm. But when the pain of remaining the same outweighs the fear of change,
Yes.
then we'll surely let go.
And that I feel like that's exactly what happened to me. Like those words, that's exactly, it was like an awakening, almost like it was just one of those, I'm a go-getter, I'm a hustler, and I show up for my kids, and I'm there all the time, and I do for everyone else and do for everybody else and all the things. But it was like I woke up one day and looked in the mirror and was like, who are you? Who are you? And what have you done with Maci?
Yeah.
What happened? How did we get here, but you don't know who you're looking at, type of thing. And I've realized through a hell of a lot of work and some looking at the sides of yourself that you have been choosing not to see. I don't want to face that side of her today. It's easy to stay busy and not look at her, or not try to get her dressed or give her a shower. It's easy to do that. It's hard to sit in a closet with her. That's hard, because you really gotta learn to beat the shit out of yourself and give yourself a hug at the same time.
Yeah.
And I just realized, like, I couldn't feel anything but what's next. What's the next task? Even with my husband, with my kids, I couldn't pour from my cup because I wasn't putting anything in my cup. Nothing. I was doing nothing. And then it was like, but how do I do that when I don't know who I am? So it took about a year really to just get to know me, to just sit with my shit. Just sit with me and figure out who I am. And also, like, I'm not 16 anymore, like, I'm a woman now. And since I was 16, I've just been get it all done, do it all, be the best, work hard, whatever. So after that year of really just staring deep and not bailing on me, even if I didn't really like the version of me that I was or what I was looking at, then it was like, no, I love me no matter fucking what. Like Saturday, Tuesday, 3 p.m., 3 a.m. I'm me, and I love it. And I love me first. Then I started to really dive into the relationships that I had with everyone around me, not just Ryan. My parents, my husband, my brother, my best friends. And then I learned how to actually cope and feel, and like I got to know my emotions, because there were some I didn't even know existed. But I just kind of started to plug myself in more and more and more. And for anyone that might be listening that feels like they are going through something similar, it was hard to not rush the plugins. Plug it in and get to know it. You have to spend that time. But yeah, it's been a hell of a last couple years.
I mean, I have to commend you, because it's very easy for a person to just point the finger and be upset with the individual that's causing the chaos.
Definitely.
And it's very difficult for someone to actually take the time and the effort to peel back the onion and look at all of the things, all of the flaws of ourselves.
Yep.
Because it's not fun and it's painful and it's hard, but you're doing it.
Yeah. It's I think anyone that wants to, once you really get in the swimming pool type of thing, you don't want to get out, because it's almost like that first step. Like, once you just do it and you realize, like, oh shit, I am 50 Shades of Grey over here type of thing. It feels so much better, because because you haven't really been there before. But you have to, just like when you're in recovery, like you have to do it for you. You have to want to 100%. Be able to show up every day for yourself, ready to handle yourself and love yourself and deal with yourself. And it's hard as shit. Like it sounds like it wouldn't be that hard.
No, but for sure.
Ooh, it's hard. It's also very humbling.
Yeah.
You know, you got to realize you're kind of an asshole, or you didn't actually do everything perfect.
Yeah. I'm not that good of a person.
Yeah. I actually have.
Yeah.
I've been a crabhead.
Yeah.
I want to go back because you said something that like kind of
resonated.
It did resonate. It really did. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well done.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
What is going on?
It's the caffeine.
Huh?
It's the cappuccino.
I mean,
frappuccino. I'm sorry.
This has never happened.
I got your back, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got your back.
It really resonated.
It's only episode 75. I'm on you.
What if this is episode 100? That would be so dope. Are we at 100? Michelangelo? Are we live?
Look, 100.
What? This is episode 100.
No, it's not.
It could be.
Oh, it could be.
It might be. You talked about hustling and working hard and going even when you didn't like yourself. And that's something that is so important that I want people to hear, because regardless of how you felt about yourself, you had children,
right?
You had a career, you had all these other things in your life, and even though you weren't where you wanted to be mentally and emotionally, you still showed up for life.
Yes.
And that is something that like we really preach around here, because it's hard for addicts to show up for life. But it's also hard for everybody to show up for life when you're not loving yourself. You know, there's days when I wake up and, you know, my addict mind takes over and says really horrible things to me and is really mean to me. And I don't want to show, and I want to stay in bed and I don't want to show up to life. But man, you show up anyways. You know, and that's actually part of dealing with the process, because the whole thing has been a process for you. And it's this I really like hearing this stuff because it gets me like excited that the process started before you even realized that the process had started for you.
No, it definitely did. And I just to piggyback off you, I do think that's so important, because honestly, throughout this process, there have been a couple of times where I was like really depressed, like really deep in like, man, like what am I doing? Like and it was almost kind of, it's like a setback. It's like, man, I got this far to like be here.
Right.
Like what's up with this? Why? How did we get here? And I think, to be honest, for me personally, there were many steps I had to take, and ups and downs, and turn around and go back 2 steps only to stay there for a little bit before I turned back around. Control, like you just gotta sit control away, almost like lock it up for a second. And then also just like giving yourself permission to feel like shit. It's okay. It's okay, because guess what? You're feeling something. It's better than not. At least you're feeling something. Emotions aren't just all freaking rainbows and unicorns.
Totally.
Like emotions suck, but at least you're feeling them.
They suck until you learn how to feel them. Because emotions really actually don't have like a true like value. Like I mean, happy, we feel good. We call it good. Like I feel good when I'm like happy, but when I'm like when I'm feeling like depressed or low, we say we feel bad, or you know, I'm feeling miserable, or whatever the feeling is. And I like to not put a good and a bad on a feeling. It's just a feeling. And they come and go.
It's like you're feeling your heartbeat. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
And you just sit
I get scared when I feel my heartbeat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially, I have high blood pressure.
Yeah, no, I'm with
feeling
you. So just because you're saying that, sorry, not me. I'm sorry. I'm a little
If he's feeling his heartbeat, though, he's at the doctor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
Bad example.
No,
Yeah.
it's still a
Yeah,
good
but
one,
I get
though.
what you're saying.
Yes. But no, I mean, and I feel like Maci for the longest time, and it was just a machine. Maci was just a machine. That was it. It like that first year of really like, it was kind of weird because like my closest friends and family like knew the journey that I was on with myself, and so I would have to be like, hey guys, if I just like stop and like it seems like I've just checked out, it's because I'm feeling something. I'm trying to figure out what it is I'm feeling. Like, I'm really trying to figure out, like, okay, well, this is different. I don't know if y'all have seen the kids' movie, Inside Out.
Shane?
Oh, y'all.
No, no.
It's a great movie.
Maybe.
Okay, so it's
I fall asleep.
an animated, like, Pixar movie.
Yeah.
And it's literally emotions that are, like, in the powerhouse of this girl. And they, like, it's, like, happy and sad and joy is like the main emotion character, but they like run the little girl and they're
Inside
all
her head.
emotions. Yeah.
I think I have seen
And they
it.
have like core memory center over
Yeah.
there, and it like, oh, it's the best movie. But like that's literally what that's what I tell everyone. I was inside out. I was just figuring out what I had never got to know, what those emotions that are really running my being.
Yeah. Yeah, but you were young.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's because you know what?
Yeah.
You had adult things happen to you way before you were an adult.
Yes.
And you know what? Here
That's
you
a
are
lot.
today. You, pat yourself on the
Yeah,
back.
for sure.
Give yourself a hug because you literally beast moded through it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
there was a
did.
lot
I
of tough
did.
times. And look at where
Yeah.
you're at today.
It's crazy.
How amazing. Can we like actually go back? Can we go back there for a minute?
Yeah.
To how old were you?
16.
16?
Mhm.
You got pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Was on a reality show and then showcased it. Like that's heavy.
I was like the OG one too.
Yeah.
Very.
Yes.
I was
like
the
the
pilot episode.
yeah, you're the first.
Yeah.
I mean, you say it.
Yeah.
You're the OG
Yeah,
teen
I
you're
mom.
am.
first.
You
I am.
are.
Like you set that, like that's how when you talk about teen mom,
Mm-hmm.
instantly people know exactly
Yeah.
you.
And you
Yeah.
made it.
You're probably the only one I watched back then.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I do get that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And even people that like haven't watched since then, same thing. What's wild that you bring that up is like on this journey, one of the things that obviously in order to make progress, you have to figure out like where things are coming from or like how this got started or how did you create this habit of ignoring yourself? And it was one of those, sometimes when you're in therapy and you're like talking, you're like, well, shit, I just solved my own problem. Like,
Right,
what?
right, right,
what?
right.
That's actually what therapy is.
Right. Like, why am I paying
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
figure my own shit out?
That's exactly
it's
what it is.
exactly
It works.
what it
Yeah,
is.
it works.
But I mean, I'll be honest, still pay for therapy because it does work.
Yeah, it does. For sure.
And it's actually, if you're not the one solving your own problems, you might need to look for another therapist.
Yeah.
But I was just, talking through it, like, where'd this come from? When did this start? Like, where you just don't feel anything ever. And throughout talking, literally out loud, I said, I just know, like, when I found out I was pregnant, like, the moment, I did not cry. I did not laugh. I was nothing. I was a little bit shell-shocked, obviously. But I remember thinking, all right, this is what you're going to do. You don't have time to cry. You don't have time to feel. You don't have time to be scared because you got shit to do.
Yeah.
You don't have time.
Yeah.
And literally the moment it came out of my mouth, I was like,
Yeah.
like that was exactly what it was like that moment. I just knew I've got shit to do. Like I have to graduate high school. I got to go to college. I got to get a job. I got to get an apartment. And I didn't even have to get an apartment. Like my parents didn't, they were like, you don't have to move out. I'm like, no, if I'm doing this, I got to do it. Like if I'm going to be a grown up, I got to be a grown up.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, whatever, sure, Maci, whatever. But like literally that moment that I found I was pregnant, I didn't feel a thing. And I was like, you don't have time to feel sorry for yourself. You don't have time. And that's where it started.
Everybody needs to tell themselves that, man. I mean, you could take a couple seconds to feel sorry for yourself, but then you know what?
Yep.
Pack it up and tell yourself, you know what? I can. I can do.
Yep.
Put on some Kobe Bryant.
You know what you reminded me of?
What?
The little
Kobe
train.
Bryant?
No, the little train.
That was the best. Do they still
The
do
little
train.
engine that
The
could.
little
Yeah.
engine that could.
Do they still do that at school? Or are
I
they
hope
doing-
so. If not, let's try to bring it back.
We totally should.
Yeah, we totally
The little train that could. I
Wait,
think I
but-
can. I think I can.
I think I can.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Thomas.
No.
Yeah.
Thomas. Well,
No, it wasn't Thomas.
Yeah, it wasn't
Thomas. Is after. Thomas is
Thomas
new.
was after.
This was a Sesame Street or something or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was on like
Definitely
PBS or
a-
something.
PBS. Yeah,
a
I think.
book.
And he's trucking up the train up
Yeah.
the hill.
And
thought
when
it
I was
was
in first
Thomas.
grade, second
No,
grade,
no.
Thomas the Train.
Thomas the Train is still the
think they
shit, though.
did it,
Yeah.
I think
Listen.
Thomas had the same issue. He did the think I can, and then and then
He
I
had some
know I
friends.
can.
He had some friends help him. Yeah. He had some
Yes.
friends. 4 or 5 other choo-choo friends.
Dude, Choo Choo.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what Bentley called. Bentley was obsessed with Thomas the Train.
Yeah.
That was one thing I remember being like, bro, you want these trains and like the real ones, like
There
we
aren't.
still have
They're
them.
wood. They're an arm and a
so
leg.
Expensive.
Really?
I'm like, bro, one train's $18,
I
son. Like I gotta
know.
work 2 hours.
I know.
2 whole ass hours just for this damn
I
train.
know.
In California, it's
I know.
one.
Oh, but
Crazy.
trust me, that kid got all the trains.
Yeah.
He is obsessed. I love Thomas the Train.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
the little engine that could, I think Thomas was kind of made around
Okay.
the little engine that could.
Okay.
How many chuggas do y'all give for like little, like if you have to do, I think I can. How many chuggas? Chugga. Like really, you have to do it vocally.
I think I can. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Whoa,
You do a lot of
dang.
Chugga,
chuggas.
chugga, chugga,
That's a
chugga.
lot.
That's
I'm
my
like-
native. That's
think
my
I do
Canadian.
like
That's my
6.
hey,
I'm
yo,
like, I
hey,
think
yo,
I
yo, hey, yo,
I
yo.
can.
That's what I did in my dance when I
Chugga,
let my
chugga,
did my
chugga,
mental
chugga.
health experience.
I know I can.
So if y'all were to do chugga, choo choo, I do 6. Some people do 8.
Chugga, choo choo. I only do 3.
I think I did 5 and then choo choo twice.
4. I'm like a 4.
Yeah.
I don't know what is it. Chugga 1.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
I do 3.
Yeah. Chugga.
Chugga, choo choo.
Yeah. 3. 3.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's.
What the hell? What did we do that for? Like 2 minutes
Yeah.
straight.
Wow.
That was great.
All right, we
I'm
disappeared.
so glad I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Are there mushrooms in the water?
I'm like,
Jesus.
okay. So I have a question for you.
Wait, I have a question because for
This
people
one's
that are
silly.
listening.
I'll remember mine. So
Okay. For people that are listening, what has helped you do all of this self work? Was it therapy and Al-Anon, or was it like a combination of multiple things?
Okay, so I do not think that I would have even been open-minded enough for Al-Anon without the work that I had done on myself. And honestly,
therapy.
yes, in
Okay.
therapy.
Okay.
The work within myself really started because I was just similar to my journey and my relationship with Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to a point where like, man, whatever I'm doing ain't working. So I'm going to have to figure something else out. Troubleshoot, problem solve, whatever it is, figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then with therapy and a lot of it, and also just looking in the mirror, like stop going to therapy because you're trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with everybody else. What are you doing? You're contributing to this shit more than anybody else, by the way. So like figure it out. Then honestly, after because of that work internally, I feel like Bentley and I, my oldest son, we've always had a very, very close, open, honest relationship always. And because of the work I'd done on myself, I realized, you know, even though I did never and would never put like my opinions or feelings about his dad onto him or speak them in front of him, anything like that. I'm like, you know what? I've just realized, you know, even within my marriage, my other relationships, like there's some work I need to do with Bentley, like, because I'm not perfect. So him in therapy, it has been for 3 years now, loves it. It was major for him. It helped him find his voice and the confidence to speak up for his own self. And he's like, you know, Mom, like, I know you've done the best that you can. And I know that, you know, you're my mom and you've always shown up and been there and like, this is it. But, you know, I do feel like the lack of relationship between you and Ryan, and he does kind of call him Ryan, sometimes Dad, sometimes Ryan. But if I say Ryan, it's not like I'm being an asshole.
Yeah.
It's just how we talk. He's like, your relationship or lack thereof with him does affect the relationship that I have with him. And, you know, honestly, right when I heard that, I was so inside, I was like boiling, because I'm like, what do I have to do with that? Like, your dad can show up whenever he wants to. You've got a cell phone. He's got your number. He can reach out. He can show up to your sports stuff, and he doesn't. Like, what do I have to do with that?
Right.
But because I had worked on myself, it was like the boiling was starting, and I had to turn the oven off. It's like, no, hear him. Hear what he is telling you.
Yeah.
And believe it. And figure out what you can fucking do different. If you want to be a good mom, be a good mom. Now's the time. He just told you something. Listen to him.
What do you do?
What she's doing. Like,
Yeah.
What,
I'm here listening.
No, so I literally reached out to Bentley's therapist, and I was like, hey, I need to do a session like with you so we can get to know each other. And then I'm going to ask Bentley if him and I can do a session together, so that, because I know that's his safe space, but I wanted to hear him and like I knew that for me, I needed to be in a place where I was actually hearing him.
Yeah.
Where I wouldn't get in my own way.
Right.
And so we did. And then I was like, all right, I committed to Bentley that I would do a couple sessions like with my own therapist, and then do another one with his, and get to a place. I told him that it wasn't going to be the next week or the next month, but I was like, hey, give me a few months. I'll keep you updated, but I'm going to need some time. I'm going to work on this with myself, do what I need to do, get to a place where I can reach out to Ryan. But I have to be in a certain place first, because I'm not going to do this like bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fake it just for you. I want to do it right. So we did. I did. Ryan and I met. We had a session. Well, in person we met, and kind of were just like, hey, let's just put all the shit on the ground and call it what it is. Are we going to start fresh and do this correctly? Yes. Committed to a few things, things I needed from him, things he needed from me, did so. And then a year later, here we are. And honestly, even though his addiction it was always like very up and down. Last year, he was good. He relapsed early this year. We can get deeper into that in a little bit, but went to jail. Right now, he's currently in a halfway house. He's got like 6 months sober. And still, like, we've been in touch, and arguably the best year of our relationship in all of 16 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
All because
I can really relate.
Bentley said something.
I mean,
That's amazing.
I think it's a beautiful thing for you to have such an open dialogue, especially with your son.
Yeah.
Because it takes a really strong person to do what you've done, in the sense of really digging, because it's very easy to just like tune it out and block it out, because you can justify
Yeah.
your feelings
100%.
because it's from the outside looking in. It's like, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Ryan.
No, and that's the thing too. Like, I have every right to feel
Sure.
every way that I feel
Absolutely.
about it. And that's okay. But my feelings and my job as a mother are two very different things. Just like anybody can get in their own way every day
Sure.
about anything, and in any relationship, I have had to learn to stop getting in my way of my relationship with myself because I'm then better. I show up as the version I want to be in all of my other relationships. And my most important relationships, besides the one with God and myself, are with my children. So to your point, it's very easy for parents to say, oh, I'm the parent and you're the kid. You don't know what I've dealt with. You don't know what I've put up with for you to even still know who your dad is.
Yeah.
You know, because there was no court order.
Right.
I know you could literally,
Yeah.
you could not know who this guy is and haven't seen him in 10 years. Just all the things. But that's what Maci would have done 3 years ago, you know? I don't know. I just feel like it's been a hell of a journey, but I'm just so proud that as a mother, Bentley being a 13, 14-year-old
Totally.
kid, utilizing the tools that therapy has given him to make a firecracker like me sit down and listen
Yeah.
type of thing. Like, no, Mom, listen to what I have to say.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's huge.
And it's so important as parents, like, to just sit down and shut the fuck up sometimes. Like, what they have to say is important too.
Yeah, but
And
it's hard. You know,
it's so hard.
difficult because you were a single parent, and how many times did Bentley sit on the doorstep waiting for him? Did it happen a few times?
Yeah.
So that's heartbreaking.
It is. It definitely is. Oh, and that's where a majority of like the anger.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
I would always say, like, truth be told, like, Ryan has never hurt me for me.
Yeah,
He has the pain and the anger
kid.
has always come through
yeah,
the pain that he causes my child.
yes, yes.
And there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. Nothing. And that's okay too. That's something I've had to realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's not my job to right Ryan's wrongs.
Wow. My last memory
That's
is
not
my
my
mother
responsibility.
chasing my dad around the table with a knife, saying, "Never come back here." Because he didn't show up. We'd be on the porch waiting to go play basketball or football or whatever. And after day 20 or the 20th time, it's just enough is enough.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a similar story, not of my personal life, but I have a daughter. I was a single dad she's 22. She'll be 23 in December. And she was her mom's a heroin addict. I was a drug addict when she was pregnant. I mean, in active addiction, I should say. And when she was born, I got clean. And at 32 days old, she dropped her into a swimming pool, high on heroin and benzodiazepines. Somebody else had to jump in and save my little baby. And I took her to court, and I have had custody of her ever since. And it was just heartbreaking because when my daughter was like between the ages of like 3 and 8, she always had this fantasy of her mom coming back.
Yeah.
And her mom never came back. She just met her mom a year ago,
Wow.
almost exactly a year ago. And the only reason why she went to go meet her mom is because she has a brother that she had never met who is 15 years old, and she wanted to meet him before he was an adult.
Yeah. Man.
So, those stories are like heartbreaking. And it's like, sometimes I question, did I do the right thing by keeping the mom away? Because I did, I wasn't going to allow her in her life in her active addiction.
Right.
And if she was going to use, then, and I had the rights.
Yep.
So if she was going to use, she wasn't going to see her child.
I as a parent who made the same decision, like there were times when I had to put those boundaries in place. And especially when Bentley was younger and like he couldn't understand. But one of the things that the foundation that mine and Bentley's relationship is on is honesty. And I've never lied or hid things from him, but it was one of those, like, he'd be like, why can't I go over to Mimi and Papa's house? And it's, hey, buddy, I want you to be happy and I want you to do all the things that you want to do and that make you happy. But my number one job is to keep you safe.
Yeah.
And I can't willingly put you in an environment that I don't trust, that's not safe for you. So for right now, whatever, this is how it is, blah, blah, blah. So I don't, and I would still make that boundary tomorrow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
It sucks, but you
safety
must.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
safety
you
of your
have to. Their
child.
safety is,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
is number one.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
had these girls not been around, my daughter would be dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And my daughter is the reason why all of this, this whole world exists that I live in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she saved my life from a life of addiction, and it was a horrible life, and it would have gotten more horrible,
Mm-hmm.
more horrible.
Yeah.
Would have gone, yeah. Well, maybe
Much
not.
worse.
Much worse.
It would have gotten much worse.
Much worser.
You know, and yeah, and
Would
I
have gone
always,
horribly.
I literally like tell my daughter, like, you know, we get to live this life because you were born.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She calls me her mom and her dad. So
I love that.
Yeah.
That's good job.
Yeah, and you do have a feminine side. It's a nice one.
thanks. Yeah, I try.
Yeah, you do good.
You know, I'm gonna tell you guys something funny about myself, because I have these little quirks, right? But
No.
every day
No.
for almost 23 years
Yeah.
now, every single day, I put lotion on every day. I'm a freak, but every single day, for the last almost 23 years, when I put my lotion on and make an A, my daughter's name is Aurora, and I make an A on my hand,
Oh, that's nice.
and that's how I put my lotion.
That's cool. That's a nice little story, man.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for you.
it'll be
That's pretty cool.
23 years.
Yeah,
now.
it's
What a
pretty
lot of
cool.
lotion.
Yeah. What made you start doing that?
He's a freak.
I just have
He's
these,
a
like,
freak.
you know, like,
Yeah.
you know how like athletes have those little those
of
little
course.
things that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, she was my whole world, and I didn't want to ever go back to that life, and I didn't want to lose her.
Oh,
and
okay, that makes
it was
sense.
a
Like,
reminder,
it's a reminder
every
of
morning.
like what you're living for.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. That
And I
makes
still
sense.
do it. I did it this morning. So I was going to ask you, your question was way.
Is this
better
daughter
than
she was on the episode with you?
No, that's the middle
That's
one.
my.
Oh,
youngest.
okay, okay,
She's
okay.
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the youngest. Yeah. That's,
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess the
Cooper's the
Middle.
middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Sorry.
But my question is silly, but I wanted to know why you named your son Bentley, because we almost, like, Bentley was a name that we were thinking about for my 17-year-old son, and I'll tell you why after you answer.
Honestly, there's really no reason. So it's not after the car. Like, everyone's like, oh, I'm like, fuck off now. I would have picked like
Cooper.
Nova or like Camaro or something. No, I feel like it was just like in a baby name book. I picked his middle name first. Like, I knew it immediately in English class because I love poetry and always have. And I was reading like different poetic like terms and stuff. And I was pregnant, but like I had not told anyone. I was still like at my regular school.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out, and I came across Cadence, and I was like, I love that. Also, my parents were teen parents, so they had my brother when they were teenagers and had me at 20. I'm like, there's kind of something poetic about the fact that teen pregnancy is a cycle. So I picked that, and I'm like, man, what name goes with Cadence? Like, as the first name, what would I pick? And then I just saw it, and like it immediately, right when I read it, I knew. I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
Bentley.
it does
It's
go really
Bentley.
well.
Cadence is a great word too. I like
Bentley
that word. I'm going to look that
cadence.
up. I know what it kind of means. It's like when you shoot a gun, right? Get your cadence right. Doom, doom.
It's a rhythm.
Or-
It's
yeah,
a rhythm.
like
Yeah, the
runners.
rhythm when you're shooting 1, 2
Runner.
shot, 1, 2. Yeah,
Your
Yep.
pace. Your
yeah, your
cadence.
pace, the
Yeah.
cadence.
It
Yeah.
could be music,
Yeah, I
words,
like it a lot.
habits,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Anything that is rhythmic.
Rhythm. Yeah, that's nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, when my son was my ex-wife was pregnant.
Oh yeah, back
my
to you.
son. No, it's just because it was.
No,
this
I'm
is really
joking.
like
I'm joking.
a whole thing because we were gonna name
I had never heard that name before. So, and he's 17.
17.
Yeah.
And we were gonna name him Bentley. Well, here I'm gonna do a very short version. I had my daughter Aurora, and then I got married, and she had 2 kids, 2 girls, and they were all named after cars. We had the Dodge Dakota, the GMC Savannah, and the Oldsmobile Aurora. And so we were like,
that's hilarious.
what?
Wow.
We have to keep this theme going. So when she was pregnant, we were like, what is a boy car name? And Bentley was like one of the only ones.
Royce.
Yeah.
One day she was
Nice.
driving down the road and she saw a Mini Cooper and she was like, oh, she calls me. She goes, I know the name of our son.
That's hilarious.
And so his name is Cooper.
That's funny. I never knew that story, bro.
What's
didn't-
crazy
No.
too is like the Mini Cooper kind of looks like a mini Bentley symbol.
Yeah.
That's wild. I like that name too, though, Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Cooper.
I feel like every kid I know, I only know a couple, but with the name Cooper, they're like fantastic kids.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
really.
Oh, this
Cooper,
kid
yeah,
is
this one, yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
4.2 grade point average.
Yeah.
Just applied to 4 colleges, Baylor, captain of the basketball team, does Christian group
Outreach.
outreach.
Yeah.
I love
You're welcome
that.
again.
I love that.
I got your back today, bro. I'm the word man.
I know ever since you
Ever
ever since you
Yeah.
started on this word thing,
Yeah.
which was like 2 days ago.
But more like a week. More
Yeah,
like
it's
a
probably,
week.
it's probably been a week.
It's been a week.
Do you think it's been a
I
week?
think
Yeah,
so.
I'm on it. I'm the word man.
I feel like he might be paying more attention to everything that everybody's saying now.
I think so because he's trying
He's
to
like,
grab words.
grab words. He's
Yeah,
like, oh,
grab
that's a new
words.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Build the
Cadence.
vocabulary.
Yeah. Yeah. My last grade word was survival.
Yeah.
It's from 2 words,
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
and viver.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I've heard it like
Yeah. To live beyond. Survival means to live beyond.
19
You know,
times.
it's crazy. I love it. Yeah, words. I want to ask you something. On TV for 16 years. So obviously, and then you're going through the thing with your ex. So you learned boundaries. How has that helped you in TV land with your kids now? You know, because it's
Oh.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you mean as far as like
Like I read that,
people?
like I read that you give your kids the choice to put on the mic or not.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
like they run the show for
Yes. Yes. I'll be honest, my daughter is always known to put the microphone on and she'll like do like a fake like cooking show thing. Like she thinks it's
Yeah.
like a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
My youngest Maverick, he's did y'all ever watch the Wild Thornberries?
No.
Okay, Donnie Thornberry, that's Maverick. We'll look him up later. Or like Tasmanian Devil. That's
Okay, yeah, him I know.
Yeah.
He lives up to his name,
Yeah.
Maverick. He could give 2 shits about anything.
How old are they?
5 and 6, I think.
7 and
Oh, I'm
8 now,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But just in May.
That was my article I was
Donnie Thornberry, that's him.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that Maverick doesn't care. But no, anytime, anything. I'm the one that's like, if it's like their cousin or aunt or uncle, it's like, give me a hug. If they say no, that means don't fucking hug them. Don't touch them. But yeah, no, if they don't want to put a microphone on, they don't put a microphone on. They don't want to film. Sometimes they don't want to put a mic on and still want to be in the
around.
scene
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever. Anything, everything. Bentley, I know that like there's a lot of shit online that's like, oh my God, this should be private. Bentley has always, and he was
Yeah.
Born
the
on-
first
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
Literally.
So he definitely knows. But if like they would film us in the car, like with the GoPros or whatever, like going to therapy, and then when we leave, but like we don't talk about what
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
talked about in there. Like I don't even know what was talked about in there. nothing is ever talked about, especially like with Bentley since he's the oldest. It's always and he could say like, yeah, I want to talk about it. And then, or like, yeah, it's okay if we film GoPros, whatever. The second he changes his mind,
It's over.
he changes his mind, and we're done and it's over with, whatever. And they've always, honestly, production, like they've always been very respectful of that.
That's
Very, very respectful. Anything, especially like heavy stuff, I feel like we have so many conversations not rolling, like off the record,
Yeah.
with Bentley and our producer, and like it's always up to them. Always. There's no questions asked ever.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It is nice. And it's got to be like family now after 15, 16
Oh, yeah,
years. He
sure.
was born into it.
Yes.
So same producer, same people, basically
Same-
in his life
really?
almost every day.
Yeah, no, we
See,
still
that's
have,
amazing.
Yeah, we
That's
have camera
great.
operators and like audio engineers
Oh.
that have photos
Of
like them with Bentley, and like he was like putting silly like hats or something on him, like just from
Wild.
literally
nice.
over a
those are
decade
great
ago. Yeah.
memories, man.
I
Those
mean,
are great
the
memories.
fact that, first of all, life in general is hard to navigate, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like I'm sitting here and I'm actually in awe
Yeah.
of the amount of work that you have done and the way that, because anybody, especially, I know me at 16, if I was on a reality show, oh no, that would not be good. I'm like so glad that God did not give me that opportunity until I was 28 and sober.
Yeah.
Because I would not, there would be some bad
It
clips
would
out
have
there.
been a really, really
Wreck-It
good
Ralph.
show, though.
Okay, Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph.
It would have been,
I would have enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
yeah, well, it would have been terrible. But
One season.
Viewers would have loved it.
Yeah.
It would have been called like the train wreck or
yeah,
something like
the
that.
choo-choo train that
Yeah.
The
ran off
engine
the
that
track.
couldn't.
That couldn't.
yeah,
That
that ran off
wouldn't.
the track
That
Yeah.
wouldn't.
died. It would be
Yeah.
not good. But the fact that you got that opportunity at 16 in the sense of like in essentially showcasing being a teen mom and having to navigate that. You've been on television for 16 years. That's insane. So well done, because that's
Thanks.
absolutely amazing.
Mm.
But on top of that, you've had to grow up and
Yeah.
become a woman,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a mother,
Yes.
a wife.
That's the thing. Like, I wasn't just on TV as a child, like
yeah.
a young, literally a kid.
Yeah.
I've been on TV with open door,
Totally.
open all policy for the most crucial thing that I
Totally.
feel like I was put on the planet to do. And you know how many people like judging your
Of
parenting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, totally. That's what I mean. Like being able to be that
Blech.
young and then
Yeah.
not only
Did you ever
to
read that stuff?
have,
Fuck no.
Oh.
I mean,
No. No. I get on to even my cast members. I'm like, stop reading.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
well, not only that, but it's like, it's so easy for people. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's very easy for people at home
Mhm.
that are little like keyboard warriors to
Yes.
like talk shit and point
Yeah.
fingers.
Yeah.
But it's like, I would literally feel if I saw a friend of mine commenting on a person's personal page who they do not know personally,
Mhm.
a negative comment or something that is mean, malicious or something, I literally would call them and be like, dude,
What
we need to check you in somewhere.
Yeah.
Like you are cuckoo
Yes.
for Cocoa Puffs. What's wrong with you?
Absolutely.
I would also
Absolutely
call them out if they were doing it to somebody they know, because to call somebody out on a public forum is like
Well,
horrible.
no, I don't think so.
Private
because if
DM
you are
them.
doing something that is not good, I have no problem to
You're gonna
your
do it-
face.
Yeah, no,
to check
that's
you.
what I mean. You do it to my face or
Yeah.
or private DM me.
No, I would never write things,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
especially in like a.
You
in
wouldn't
a
put it
post.
in the comment section. Like if I did something that
No,
like, could get us
if I'm your no,
canceled.
I'm calling you and being like, bro, what are you doing? Put your phone down immediately.
Quit.
Let me talk to Donna. Where's Donna? 911.
Help us.
Probably call. You should
yeah.
probably just go straight to her.
What's it
if I'm
called?
doing
Yeah,
something,
exactly.
yeah,
If
go
you were
straight to
being-
her.
if you were
'cause she'll
being
whoop
off
my
the
ass
rails,
quickly.
I literally would call Donna and be like, Is he okay?
Restrict social
Yeah.
media privileges immediately.
But those people that are doing that, are obviously going through a lot of pain
Yes.
themselves.
Yes.
They're hurting.
They're
hurt
hurting.
people.
100%.
But there's also other people that aren't even anything. They just think it's funny to try to clickbait or not clickbait people, but bait you.
Yeah.
They might
Definitely.
even not even believe what they're
That's
writing.
like
Definitely.
weird. And I'm like, get a hobby then.
Yeah.
Because
Write
That
a
is
book.
their hobby, though.
Actually,
No,
write
like,
a book.
write a book. Or like literally do something.
Some guy got me on
But-
the DM one time. He got me on the DM.
Oh,
He-
that hook, line, and sinker.
Oh yeah,
he responded.
He
didn't
DM'd me about it was a guest I had on the show, and he was like, "I can't believe you put that person on the show. He's obviously going through a hard time, and he's using, and you're just using him as something." And I was like, "It was 3:00. I wake up early. I'm an early riser. It was 3:00 in the morning. It was in my requested." I looked
in
at
the
it.
requested folder.
Yeah, so there's
got
gonna be
me.
people that are like, yeah, I got time today.
I responded.
I get it.
It was 3:00 in the morning, you guys. I responded, and within 5 minutes, I got another response, and I was like, and then I read it, and I was like, "Oh, Chad, he just got you. He got you good. He made you respond so that he could talk some more shit."
Oh, I hate that.
I mean, I'm scared of him for being up at 3 a.m.
That's why I was like,
like
red
responding
flag.
to a DM. I'm like,
Definitely a
started some
Yeah.
shit, stayed up to see what
Yeah.
happened with the shit.
like,
Did it stick to the
Scary.
wall?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It stuck for like
I think
second.
the only time I've ever responded, literally the only time I've ever responded to someone was like literally probably 12 years ago because it was on Twitter. So
and you were like 12.
yeah,
I'm-
literally. Because
Yeah.
when I started this, like there was no social media.
Right.
Like there were no smartphones
yeah,
type
yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
This guy on Twitter said, "You're a hoe," but he said Y-O-U-R, not Y-O-U''re. I studied literature in
Yeah.
college and write books and shit.
Yes.
So I was like, "Hey, motherfucker, it's you are a hoe."
That's
Like if you're gonna insult me,
amazing. That's
get your
the shit.
grammar right.
That
first,
is
please.
that's the way to troll a
Yes.
troll because it's
yes. I'm
like
like, dude,
you basically trump him. You're like you're an idiot,
right?
Literally,
Like that's something you learn in 3rd grade, dude.
that's amazing.
Ugh.
That's a great.
That's the only
response.
response anyone's ever gotten. It was-
Yeah.
But I feel confident
good
about it. I need to leave it there.
Yeah, that's a
Go
solid-
out-
that's
go out with a
solid-
win.
Yeah, that's solid.
Twitter is the only thing Twitter is trolls.
That's facts.
Yeah,
It's just trolls.
Twitter is definitely an interesting beast.
Well, it's X now.
Oh yeah, X.
X.
I apologize, Elon.
Is it better now that Elon? Because I don't tweet or
Yeah, it's
X,
better that Elon has it because people can actually
not get blocked.
Yeah.
and get banned.
Right.
Like that's the whole point of living in America is having freedom of speech.
You should be able to
Whether
say.
or not I agree with what you're saying or not,
Yep.
you should be able
Well,
to
I
say
don't.
whatever.
I don't. I don't. Never mind.
Oh,
No.
No, what?
No.
what?
No, say it.
What? What's the big deal, bro?
Music television.
No, but I'm saying you don't.
That's all I'm gonna say. Just music television. Can
I
we
love
talk
it.
about music? No, we can't.
No.
That
Well,
like,
no, I just want to know what, like, you guys don't understand what Shane does
what?
because we grew up before MTV existed,
Well, yeah.
and
How
then
dare you age me, for fuck's sake. God. You know what, bro? You speak for yourself, man. What? What you saying? Who's MTV?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't know.
But it was so amazing when all of a sudden they had videos.
Yeah.
Yes.
Video.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
Total Request
I remember,
Live.
I remember
Yeah.
watching that like before I went to school in
Yeah,
the morning. Like when I was getting
24/7.
ready
Yeah, it
for
was on
school, they would-
24/7
yeah,
music. Yeah.
all the music videos.
Yeah.
And
All
I
the-
loved it when they had VJs.
Yeah.
All the different VJs.
Yeah.
That
They were
was
so
cool.
awesome.
They were
Yes.
awesome. They all were like a little
Yes.
eclectic and they had their own vibe and their
Yeah.
own little look and
Yeah.
stuff.
You know how everything's like coming back?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they should bring that back.
I agree.
They should bring back music
Just the music
television.
channel?
Well,
Yes.
remember how
Yeah.
big it was?
It was so
Like,
big.
to even have a music video. They would put so
Yes.
much production into it. And then even if, say, like you
Like
were,
our guest who was here yesterday was on like those videos.
right. It was a
It was
big
like
deal
a-
if you were booked
Yeah.
in a music video.
Yep.
Not only like
What,
financially you would get
video
paid.
vixen?
Yes.
Yeah, video
Video
Yes.
vixen.
Yes.
Bring
Video-
back the video vixen.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a
Absolutely.
whole era where it was like
No, you made it.
same
Yeah.
girls were
Yes.
constantly
Yeah.
used in certain videos. It was actually wild.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
White
Wow.
snake.
White, I used to love those.
Remember,
videos. Yeah, those were
was
some
it,
good videos.
Who was the one that was like a Twisted Sister?
Street Heart.
Yeah.
A lot of good guys. Bon Jovi had some good videos.
I love Bon.
Yeah, I love Bon Jovi too. He's good. He seems so wholesome.
What kind of music do you typically listen to?
Honestly, it depends on my mood. If I'm by myself, I like rock, but not just rock music. I've more like underground, I guess, stuff.
Okay.
I like country, but not cheesy country.
You know what song my daughter's listening to right now? I wear Tennessee orange for him.
Oh yeah, go
She
Balls.
Yeah, I love
By the
that.
way.
Yeah.
That is a good song. She's actually from Alabama, but
Mm.
we will let her say that.
Yeah.
And rap music, but I don't like today's rap
Me neither.
music.
I don't
Yeah.
either.
It's
I don't
kinda garbage.
either.
I can't understand
Because
what they're saying.
Well, plus the
know.
old rap was more along the lines of like, I'm hustling out on the street.
Yeah.
And
There's,
like
like,
they were
that-
actually
Yeah.
hustling on the
Yeah,
street.
yeah,
Doing
yeah, yeah,
this.
yeah.
And now I feel like the guys are like talking
Doing
about
it.
doing drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
More so like
Yeah.
I'm all high on lean right now or whatever, you know, and it's like I don't know,
Yes.
I just don't like it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I like
I agree.
90s, 2000s if I'm like in a hype mood
Sure.
and like trying to get my energy up or something. But like I like 90s
I will
rap.
tell you though, Nip
What?
Top 3 artists.
Rap? I'll be on Gucci Man will always be number one
Love
for me.
Okay,
Gucci
I like
Mane.
Gucci.
Yeah.
I Tupac.
Oh, hell
Tupac's
yes.
amazing.
I mean,
Um,
Bay Area girl over here. Tupac's number
Yeah.
one.
Man, if I'm having to really pick the top, oh shoot, that's a good question. No one's ever asked me that.
You said top 3, huh? Top 3.
That's
Uh-huh.
tough. 'Cause
Eminem.
I was
I'm
just
going
going to say you
Eminem,
have
yeah.
to. You have no choice.
I'm going Eminem. I really do like I like Future. I like Kanye.
Yeah.
I do like
I don't know
like,
who Gucci is. I'm going to have to.
I-
You don't
wow.
know Gucci?
What?
I'm sorry.
Never
dude,
heard
he's-
of-
Burr.
Wow, yeah.
Gucci
I-
Man is I love Gucci.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm in a shell.
I really like J. Cole too.
I don't know who that is either.
Good.
I really like Nipsey Hussle.
Oh,
Mm.
Nipsey. Yep.
I've been listening to Nipsey a lot
Mhm.
lately, just because like his lyrics are so like they're
I
like,
like his
positive,
voice.
and his
Mm.
voice is amazing.
Yes. Yes.
You picked the song.
Go to his
like is there lemonade? I mean something
go to
new
one of his.
or like probably the top.
I like that clothes. I like that dress.
Back on Road is pretty good.
He always.
Rumors pretty good too, but I'm trying to go to like
There's
like
Lemonade.
Lemonade. Play that. That's like one of his.
46 million. Wow.
Don't
You-
play the whole thing.
As video
though, 'cause-
podcasters, it's always so difficult to
I'm
find
trying to
something
go with
that
like
is
one
everything.
that like
But I found Riverside, and it's a podcast
like
for-
mainstream
I know,
people
me
would
too.
have
I know.
known.
Yeah. Selling chickens, Corvette pilot, lemon. School chick.
Let's go, Che.
No.
No, never heard this before.
Really?
No. No, sorry.
Okay. Don't get it. Yeah. I was
No.
like-
He's got like good gangster rap
Yeah.
stuff too. Yeah, he's a gangster.
I'll
Yeah.
introduce it to
He's
my
got good
kids.
stuff.
He
See what
he
happens.
actually
kids?
did
Yeah.
go to prison, so
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
got an ice cream tattoo,
He got an ice cream tattoo.
ice cream cone on his face.
Oh yeah.
hmm I think it's gone now though.
I think it is too.
hmm
Oh, he got it laser removed.
hmm
Something had to have.
Yeah.
Mm.
Gucci Man,
Yeah.
love him.
Yeah, Shane, get out of your rock.
I'm just thinking, what are you thinking about when you put a tattoo on your face, on your whole face, like the whole
You know
thing?
what's so weird? Okay,
That would hurt.
yeah, like what are you thinking about?
There was a
when-
doctor. I think I saw it on social media, but the doctor had said people that have like full on face or head tattoos
Yeah.
are like mentally not well.
Huh?
Like
Really?
I thought that was interesting. They're like mentally anxiety is through the roof. They score like 80, 90, 100.
Wow.
I think I saw it actually last
Interesting.
night. I thought that was interesting too because
Yeah.
my husband's all tatted up.
Yeah.
But he's the most like logical, normal person that I've ever met in my life. Hence why he can steer this tornado over here.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to like actual on your face
Yeah.
and your head
Yeah.
and your neck
Yeah.
is like it is something
Stress
geared
levels through the
towards
roof.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a guy I know. His stress. It is through the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and his face isn't tatted, but he's all around here. He's bald.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the other tattoos these days, though, on the face, that they do the sideburns. They do like a beard piece.
What?
The under the eye tattoo is a big thing right
That would
now for
hurt.
younger people. It's not as like, I don't know, it's different. And then those psychologists, they always want to put
They
some
do.
kind of something on it.
That's true.
That is true.
Because back when we used to get tattoos, it probably like was like,
Well, it's very
what was wrong with her? What was she doing?
no, it was very
she got
different.
those
When-
tattoos.
When you
I
got,
have my whole back covered too.
do you?
too.
Mhm.
It was very different though. Growing up, it was like if you had a tattoo, it was like ooh, breaking the law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Rule break.
like like you bad boy.
You're a criminal.
You're a bad
Yeah.
boy, or you're a criminal.
Yes.
Now
Where
it's like,
everyone's
everybody's tatted up.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
Definitely.
trying to get more tatted up.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I know.
I got
Jonathan
my- I
wants
got-
to do his
I got-
legs.
I'm
like,
here.
oh my god.
My whole back is done, and I'm currently working on this arm.
Yeah.
Then I have a necklace.
So it is crazy how things definitely
Change.
change.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any tattoos?
I don't. I
Do
always like romantic.
Yeah, I do.
About
I
getting
do.
one. I always wanted one, but then, my mood and everything changes on the day.
Yep.
So it's like
You don't
I
want to
never
commit
commit.
to it, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Well, I feel like nowadays you could actually like get like custom temporary tattoos made
seriously.
and like just wear it
You
for a
just,
couple
like,
days.
sleeve
and
it
call
down.
Yeah.
Actually, my wife did that for Halloween. We bought really good ones on Amazon.
The-
Full
the
sleeve.
sleeve?
yes.
Yeah.
Full sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people thought they were real.
Yeah.
What were y'all for Halloween?
She was, I was a cop,
Okay.
and she was a criminal
Oh.
or an inmate. She was an inmate, tatted up inmate.
Role play.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
I had to.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, okay, all right.
I wasn't.
I-
I never would think of that. Not with,
Yeah,
not
right.
with your wife.
I hope not.
I'm joking. Oh, your wife's pretty hot, bro. Your wife's pretty good looking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
is.
she is.
I'm a lucky
She
guy.
is
You are
stunning,
very
like
lucky guy.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Chad's definitely batting out of his league.
Oh Lord.
Way.
Whoa!
Well, I'm just repeating what Jonathan said.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right.
Which it's
she just
Yeah,
punched me right in the
Right in the
gut
right in
now.
the
Did I?
right in the right in the testicles.
Wait, why-
My self-esteem is like I was
That's a-
I
feeling
feel like
right
it's a
up here.
compliment.
It
Yeah.
is a
That's a
compliment, bro.
compliment.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Definitely.
That is,
I'm
and
teasing.
I love it. I say it, and it's like, oh my god, I got punched in the gut. When Jonathan says it,
It's
he
fine.
goes like this. I know, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, knuckles, bro. Knuckles.
Yeah, exactly. Like, pound it, dog, pound it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
That's just how men.
I know.
That's
Yeah.
how men compliment other men's wives.
Yes,
without
without
saying
being-
Without
like,
being
your
a-
wife's totally
Yeah.
fucking hot.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Without
Mhm.
sounding like a creep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Let
Like
me-
Shane, like Shane.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think
Take
about
the
that with
bypass.
your wife, but she is really hot, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How long have you been married?
7 years.
Oh, okay. I have 7 years, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Goodness,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Ours was in August. Yeah.
August what?
31st.
Okay.
Yeah.
August 10th.
Mm.
So how long have you been married?
10 years.
Mm.
Are you married?
Oh yeah, 15. 3 kids.
Okay. Is the 7-year thing a thing?
No, I didn't think so.
What does they say about
7-year itch?
Isn't that what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
interesting.
scratching?
No. No. Not this month.
Yeah.
No, I marriage is hard.
Really
is.
hard.
It's very
Well,
hard.
I think we have these like false narratives out
Pretenses,
there
yeah.
in a lot of things, in the sense
Yep.
of like, even with happiness, like being happy is just like, people think that they are supposed to be happy all the time.
Yes.
It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yep.
You're gonna, I mean, I said this yesterday. My natural state is literally to stay in my bed, have whatever food I want, watch whatever I want on television, and be rich as fuck and not have to work.
Same.
That's my natural state. Like, I have to work on
Yeah.
getting out of that every day.
Yes.
So, like, it's crazy that we have this thing in our head.
That we have life to live.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
Wow.
People listening are like, whoa, she's crazy.
I'm the same way.
I can deal with all of that on a yacht and we're in fucking 5-star hotels wherever I want to be in the presidential suite. Yes, that's the life I want.
Yeah, I know. And so it's like being happy and like it's crazy. That's why you have to go through sadness and pain and discomfort so that you can enjoy those little
happiness.
moments that are happy and joyous.
Yep.
I
agree.
That's what I was going to
100%.
say before when she said this last year has been kind of a setback, or 2 years have been a setback, or 3 years or something.
Yeah, like the last 3 years have really been just a journey, but there were times when it's like, man, how did I get 4 steps backwards?
Right.
Well, that's what Tim Story says. The greatest setback or a setback has the greatest comeback.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for the greatest comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can continue.
He says it exactly like this. I have it. Your comeback is always greater than your setback.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
You have to
I
believe that.
Yeah.
I do. I truly
100%.
do.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good.
You have to believe that because
Absolutely.
I want to tell you guys something, and this is from my
Tell us,
my
Chad.
life experience.
Yeah.
Is that these setbacks are often right before you're leveling up in life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
going to
agree.
that next
Yeah.
level.
Yes.
Because you got to
learning something.
You gotta be
You
prepared.
have to be prepared
Yeah.
for the next level.
Yeah.
100%.
There are levels in this
Yeah.
life.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's always a new one
Yep.
if
Yeah.
you continue to march forward.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
So like when
100%.
those setbacks come, it's
No.
like I nowadays
You know.
I get excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh my God,
Something's happening.
something's happening.
Yep.
I get depressed. Then I get excited.
I think I'm more like you.
Yeah.
I think I
go,
do that too.
I cry a little.
Depends
Yeah.
on what the
You
setback
know what I mean? I
is.
shed a tear.
Mhm.
It depends on what it is.
No, I cry in the tub. I'm sorry.
No, I give myself like if it's something bad, or something, I give myself like 24 hours to be like,
Yes, you give yourself a
upset.
time limit.
I do.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do.
nice. That's cool.
Wow, that's wild.
and that way because I can easily stay in that
Same.
forever.
Yep.
And then literally all of a sudden it's like a week and 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and it's like
You
bitch,
wonder how
what are
you got
doing?
there. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, wait, we're still standing in this
and
little
we're
puddle?
yeah, and we're still upset about something that you have no control over.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Whatever that issue is,
Yeah.
or if say it's a person or a business opportunity or whatever, they ain't thinking about you.
No,
Yes.
They
no.
on
Exactly.
and moving.
They were
Yeah.
on to the next
Yeah.
thing and the next thing and,
And
the
you're
next
just
thing.
stuck in your like feelings.
Yep,
So
100%.
it's like I had to come to the realization that I allow myself a timeline
Yep.
to be in my feelings
Mhm.
and be like mopey or cry or be angry or eat
Yep.
whatever I want
Yeah,
or
24
whatever.
hours
And then you
is the
gotta live.
maximum. Yeah.
And you
And
gotta
then you
live.
gotta go, then
You
you
gotta move
gotta
on.
you gotta dust yourself off and get up
Yep.
and keep on pushing.
Keep going. Absolutely.
You got to get yourself some In and Out,
Yeah.
some animal
Some
fries,
ice cream.
some
Ice
cream, a
cream,
whole
you
like
know?
a whole like carton of ice cream.
Yes.
Yum.
I like
just
eating out
like
of
do
the
it
carton.
upright
Mm-hmm.
and then wake up the next
Yeah, don't do
morning
it
and
halfway.
just
The whole
Yes.
carton of ice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
some chocolate
That's
syrup if you
facts.
like
Oh
that.
yeah, I like chocolate syrup too.
I'm all about the vanilla bean with like just like
Oh,
a chocolate syrup.
As a
on it.
kid, that was my favorite thing to put chocolate syrup in and like mix it all around.
I
and
like
make-
peanut butter.
Ooh, I like.
I
with
love
vanilla.
peanut
I love
butter.
peanut butter too.
Gosh.
I could eat
I'm
it
coffee
raw.
Haagen-Dazs guy.
Oh, I like coffee.
Yeah,
too.
coffee or Swiss almond.
This
Oh, yeah,
remember
that's
that
good.
guest we
Yeah.
had that was like he would take a whole carton of ice cream and then he would take his peanut butter, put it in the microwave, and put like
And
half-
drizzle it.
Yeah, drizzle
it's
it
so
on
good.
the
Oh,
ice
it's so
cream. Yeah.
good. It's so good.
I don't remember that.
It's better
I'm
with
really
self-serve ice
actually
cream,
supposed to be like really fat, like
So am I.
300
I am too.
pounds,
Like legit.
because like
Like I gotta work at this shit.
that is what life is for me.
Me too.
Like,
Food is my love language. That's why I married Jonathan. Is because he cooks for me and he can cook. And when he makes me something, he like already knows. I like literally light up.
Yes.
Like, I get so excited. I think it's, I don't know.
When
maybe
people
it's Mexican, Italian in me. And
When people say like comfort food, I'm like, wait, but all food is
Yeah,
comforting.
that's what I was saying. I
Totally. Like,
love
what's
food.
It
the
doesn't
difference?
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it
What's the
is.
difference?
No.
You know,
Yeah.
sometimes for me it's a burrito.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
food.
A really,
I
a
love
really
eating.
good burrito,
Yeah.
tacos.
Yeah, anything.
Do you guys have really good Mexican food where you live?
Where do you live?
Chattanooga, so
Okay.
like right on Tennessee Georgia line. Honestly, right across the state line in Dalton, Georgia, there's really good Mexican food there. It's got a heavy Mexican, Spanish, like lots of that. So the food there is like way better than, which is only like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, right.
But I will definitely drive down there to go to a Mexican restaurant
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
I go somewhere close to my house. We have really good Vietnamese restaurants where I live, and honestly, like Southern meat and three
Yeah.
Yeah, of
spots are
course.
like my
Yeah.
mouth watering thinking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
For sure.
Or you could just go to like any of my grandma's
The
houses.
brisket,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
prime
yeah,
rib,
yeah.
the,
Oh,
the
yes.
pig.
Ooh.
The
No,
pig.
so we,
I mean,
like-
just everything falls off the stick.
Yeah, like and we do that at home. Like my husband has like 4 different smokers.
Smokers.
yeah,
So
yeah,
we have,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's
wings
fucking
and
awesome.
Yep.
a pork butt on
Oh,
one.
yeah.
We smoke every pineapple, okra, cheesecake.
Have you ever had okra?
Ooh.
Have you
No,
ever
I
had
don't
fried?
know.
Have you ever had fried okra?
What is okra?
What? Excuse me?
Who said that?
I would
No.
say if I was born anything but a
I've
human,
never.
I'd be
What
an
is,
okra.
what is an okra?
It's like the greatest vegetable ever.
Really?
Yeah, it's. How do you even explain it?
I'm gonna. You want to
I
know
don't
for
think
dinner?
I just also want to remind.
okra.
He's from Canada, so
Yeah.
originally,
Talk
and this
slower.
is like
Talk slower.
this is like Southern food.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've had
We don't-
okra.
Okra is like. It's kind of different because it's not like any other. You
Wow.
can't say it's like a potato or a squash.
Pull it up,
It's
Michelangelo.
not.
What does an okra look
What is
like?
an okra, man?
A whole okra looks kind of like an elf shoe.
And let me ask you,
Oh,
can you-
really?
can you juice it?
Yes, you can. So the fried is down there on the right.
It kind of looks like Brussels
I've had-
sprouts.
Okay, so that one in the middle right there,
Well,
that like okay, the one on the left, this left one, the big one by the fried one,
yeah.
that's probably still slimy. That's boiled. It is very slimy when you boil it, but I like
It's like
okra
a cucumber.
anyway.
Yeah, it looks like a cucumber and corn got married.
Yeah.
The old saying was like, if you ate
The
boiled
deep fried, I would do.
okra, your socks would fall
Yeah,
off
that's
because
re-
it's like
that-
super
that's really good.
slimy.
That's
if it's
nice.
Like
Really?
this,
With a good
that's
sauce.
fried.
it's
That's
really good.
and that's really good fried okra because the like the batter's still on it.
Yeah, with a good sauce. I like that. That's what I would do.
So
fried
we
okra.
I'll eat it and cook it anyway, but we smoke the whole okra.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like that. It's so good.
is that smoked right there,
That is grilled.
grilled?
Hmm
Type in smoked okra.
Smoke.
What does pickled okra taste
Pickled-
like?
it's
Have
like
you ever
pickles.
had that? Tastes like a pickle?
It's really good. Those are really good. Like if you like tomato juice, like say like a Bloody Mary like mocktail, pickled okra is like really good in them, and with the juice, it's delicious.
I like how you said mocktail.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Okra is like what on the thing with the banana peppers and the bacon and
Okay.
all that, where they make it like a meal
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
where you
yeah,
have your
yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Smokra.
Smokra. Oh, that's genius.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
this
that
stuff
is.
right here?
That is andouille sausage, probably.
Bomb. I could eat that.
Yeah. I could definitely.
Jambalaya.
Yeah, jambalaya is bomb.
It is bomb.
I've had jambalaya before.
That's
It's a little too spicy
I
for me.
can't
believe
Too
you
red.
didn't know what
You wouldn't.
okra
I
was.
don't know.
Well, I know.
Same with
I've
me.
had
I
it.
can't
I
believe
just I can't really
haven't
eat
had
that
it.
stuff right now.
No.
I don't
Crazy.
know. Most places, I guess maybe most places don't ever have it because it's not. We're not in the South, but we eat it like all the ways:
Wow. Yeah. I
grilled,
don't think I've
smoked,
ever had it.
fried, boiled,
Yeah.
pickled, raw.
I went to rehab in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For a day.
No,
Oh, really?
I did.
You stayed.
45 days.
Good for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
While we were there, I got to tour the Elvis.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Graceland.
Graceland.
hmm
Yep.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I
It's-
mean, it was
it's
great
not
to
as-
get. It was great to get out of the. But I was like,
yeah.
I mean, and if you look, because today's houses and stuff, I was like, well, this isn't a very big house.
hmm
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's not. It's not.
I was like, this where
It's not what you would think
Right,
of.
right.
It's very simple,
Mm-hmm.
actually.
I love Elvis.
Me too.
I mean, God.
How about the movie?
Since
The
my
movie
baby
was so
left
It
me,
was so
So
good.
good.
found a new
Really
place.
good.
I love Elvis.
Yeah.
So good.
He's great. God,
Mhm.
good looking guys. You know,
Yeah.
too bad no love, bro. No one around him to love him enough to guide him. Just push.
Yeah, but he also
Produce.
had a problem.
Yeah.
Produce. Yeah, but you know,
No, for sure. The guy worked him like.
Well, if you
before-
go by
Don't-
that movie,
yeah.
don't you go
if you
against
by
I
that
think he
movie-
lost his identity. I
Yeah.
think it was just
Yeah.
like
He lost his mom, and then it was just like.
go.
Yeah.
Just like I said.
be the provider
Mhm.
and nothing else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey,
It was-
question.
Yes.
Only because it's been on my mind for like 2 days. So, how do you guys? What's the best way to ask this?
Just
How
spit
do
it out.
you? So I got offered an opportunity that, on one side, I'm like extremely excited about, and like it's something that I almost like dreamed of, right? And so when it was, but I didn't think it was time for that yet.
Mm.
So it was almost, I'm still almost just like, wait, what? Like already? How is this happening? You know,
No, you roll
I'm,
with that.
yeah, I know, but it's also just the timing seems off.
Okay,
I'm
so
having a real hard
I'm
time
gonna
saying.
I'm gonna answer because
Okay,
I'm
then
gonna
I'm
go to
gonna
Tim with
answer.
Tim's story. You know the answer. Tim gave us this exact situation
you
with
an
Oprah.
answer.
It's
after
like a
this.
major
Right?
commitment though. Like
Well, I know
like,
the answer
well,
already.
like-
Yeah.
time.
Can you tell us off air?
I can tell you now. So I coach softball, but I also coach wrestling. Like
Amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
Savage.
And
And you're an author. And you're a mom. And you're like.
Yeah, it's
but
crazy.
I
Killing it.
love coaching.
And a reality
I
star.
love coaching. Like, oh, it's such a passion of mine. But I just got offered to be a high school head coach for a girls wrestling team.
Wow.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I was not like, that was a dream. Like, oh my God, what if one day?
Yeah.
What if one day?
Yeah.
But like my kids wrestle, I coach their club, but I have help with that, all the things. It's such a commitment.
High school wrestling is fucking. It's like
No,
It's like
totally.
football,
So,
it's
okay, now this is a
huge.
little bit different. I
It's
thought it was like
huge.
something.
It's like,
little bit different.
so
Yeah.
what I
This
coach
is-
now is like AAU,
Yeah.
like club,
yeah.
with the high school and middle school coach of the school part of it.
Yep.
But this would be like actual high school.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a really big.
And I'm like, holy shit. Like,
Taking those kids to the next level, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
and that's why I'm like,
Yeah.
it's such a
a big
commitment
deal.
because for me, this is an amazing opportunity and I don't really have anything to lose. But like the girls that are wrestling do.
Mm.
So if I do it
You got to do it right.
exactly.
You got to
Yeah.
you got to give it you got to give it 110.
Have to for the girls.
Yes.
Have
And
to.
I mean, I honestly, I don't ever do anything halfway.
Yeah.
But like this, it's like having to go, because it's like across town, like way across town. And I would have to be there every day
Mm-hmm.
and then leave there and then go
Yeah.
to the other club that I coach. So I'd be like 7 hours of driving and wrestling every day.
Okay, so if it's time that you're worried, like this opportunity, I feel like where you're at right now, if time is the issue because of all of the other things that you're doing, another head coaching position will come
Mm-hmm.
again
Mm-hmm.
for sure,
Oh, that's guaranteed.
guaranteed.
That's guaranteed.
So you, if you wanted to say pass at the current moment because you're already a coach for your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that would be something where it's like, oh no, I miss. Because usually I say like, if opportunity comes, and if something that you want to do,
Right.
you
Take
run
it.
in it.
Yeah.
Because the chances of another opportunity coming are very slim.
Right.
But in this circumstance, I feel like you totally, another offer at another time will definitely be knocking on your door.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's-
Or is this the opportunity to level up and then another opportunity at coaching at a collegiate level opens up somewhere down the road? Who knows?
Yeah.
You got to go
Yeah,
with
it's a big
but you do
decision.
have to go with
It
your you have to go with
is.
your heart.
It
and
is.
then what does your like your family say?
Honestly, everyone was very excited and like, well, you're going to do it, right? Like, duh.
Nice.
Honestly, I called my mom because I thought
Yeah.
she'd be like the realist.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hold on, Maci, now
Yes.
let's like, and she was like, hell yeah. Like, oh my God. Well, we could feel like y'all will figure it out. It's fine. Do it. Blah, blah. And I'm like, Mom, you're normally the one that's like kind
Yeah.
of the party pooper
Yeah,
of
yeah,
everything,
yeah,
like
yeah.
the realist. So the way that I'm kind of analyzing in my head is if I don't do it, because if you really think about it from start day to finish day, which that's always BS, like it's
Yeah,
always
totally.
more and longer, is like 3 months, okay? But for safety, we'll call it 4 months. That's it. And it's not like contracted where I have to do it again next year. If I want to, it's there for me to keep doing it. But if not, it's okay and I don't have to. So I just don't, I know that I will never regret trying and doing it,
Then do it.
but I might if I don't.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
to do
'cause
it.
It's like if you don't try
Based off
something,
of-
then
What if,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
if,
yeah,
what
yeah.
if, why didn't
then
I do
it.
that?
You already answered your own
Right? I
question.
know.
So you leaning that way, if you say no to this, then you're going to. Or
I'll never let myself live it down.
Yes. You're going to just repeat it in your brain.
Yeah.
So then if you do it and you commit yourself and you'll go balls to the wall because that's who you are for those 4 months. And if it's like way too much to juggle,
then I
then
know.
you know.
Right.
And you did it for 4 months
And it's over.
and that's done.
Yeah. Okay. So have y'all ever not done something where you like regretted it?
No.
Or like still think about it? Like, man, I wonder what if I would have tried that?
Yes.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
Like when you can tell.
Yeah, I could remember like yes. And I still think about it fucking today 2 times, big ones. I still think about it.
Tell me one of them.
Okay, one I was 18. I was playing hockey with this guy. I never knew who he was, but he was the captain of the a college team, and he said, "Shan, I'm going to pick you up in 2 weeks. We're going to go. The left winger isn't playing anymore. I don't care what your grades are. We'll get you on the team with full scholarship. Come with me." I didn't go with him. He pulled up to my house. I was ready. I didn't go with. I didn't go. I didn't go. So a year.
Why didn't you go?
I was with a girlfriend. I was shy.
Bad.
My school was bad. I wasn't a good
Totally
student.
terrible.
They won the championship, two college championships.
Yeah.
2 college, and I played this guy like he knew.
Yeah,
he
that
knew
was a
I
mistake.
knew. It was a mistake. The other one, I was
Especially
21.
for a relationship.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was 21 in the second one, and I was traded to this one team, and I was playing with another team for the pregame, for the preseason, and he said, sit out the next 2 games because they called me from the other team. They still have your rights, and we're just working with them. And I got mad, and I never went back. And I remember I started doing a little bit of coke.
Yeah.
And I just never went back to that team. And then 2 years later, a guy that played pro, he said, "Bro, why didn't you come back? We were waiting for you. Where were you?" So that was 2 times I didn't go.
Man.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's
2 times.
I
Big ones.
completely can understand why you still
Bitter.
kind of
Yeah.
think about that because those are 2 I would regret those.
Yeah.
Game changers.
Yeah, game changers.
Yeah, because
But
you're
then I go, how I resolve myself, I say, listen, if I had that at a youth, I was not ready for fame or glory. I'd have been fucked up. Like I wasn't ready. I was immature. I was not the same person I was today.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so God
Yeah.
works in different ways.
100%.
Yeah.
So I have to go with,
Definitely.
God put me in a different path. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What about you? Any you can think of?
No.
I know. I'm trying to think off the
I have
things that were presented to me that I was like, nah.
I have things like since I got clean, I have regrets of mistakes that I
course.
made.
Yeah.
But those are due to my my disease. But since I got clean, I've gone after everything. Opportunity that comes my way.
Yeah.
I at least give those opportunities a real look in the eye and see if this is a real true opportunity, and if it's not, then I let it go.
Yeah. Making sure that it's like real and it's something that I want is different than.
I was like 28 when I, when I really started life.
Same with me.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like one of the things too when I was like, time, because it is across town.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me, I'm a very silver lining person, but I'm also like I need to I try to take advantage of every
Sure.
thing on a day, every hour basis. And I'm like, typically, I mean, just during wrestling season, we're running all over the place anyways with 3 kids, 1 high school, the other 2 in AAU. Like, we're just everywhere.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all that would like change is like, obviously certain things as far as like the weekends traveling to tournaments will change. But during the week, it's like, oh man, I have to get up a couple hours earlier to do my normal work. But like part of me, like maybe I'm a freaking lunatic, but I'm like, I would have like 45, so like 2 hours a day in the car
Alone time.
by myself.
Right? Just listening to music.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, I could
or
like,
us.
I would have time to like call people or just like talk to myself, like,
Totally.
man, it just so happens to be like in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's eating me alive.
Yeah.
I
I
really
feel
don't
like
know.
you want to do it.
Yeah,
I do.
I
I
think
feel
she
like
does.
you will
I do.
regret it if you don't.
Yeah.
And you're looking
think
for
so,
something
too.
to like tell you not to do it just so
Yeah.
that you feel better about
And you came
Not
to,
doing it.
You came to the wrong place.
Right?
You're looking for
And
people
that's
to
the
not
thing.
tell you do something.
I
Yeah.
think I want someone to tell me not to because I think it
Yeah.
scares me.
Mhm. Yeah,
Well,
Which
because
is a
it-
good
good.
thing. I know, but it's just like,
Yeah.
What
Okay.
what
And
is
what
the
you'll be doing
Gotta
for
do
those
it.
kids is
yes.
huge.
Yes.
Like a coach and a good coach.
Yeah.
and bringing
change
that
their
because
lives.
everything
Mhm,
about
definitely.
coaching isn't like you're gonna bring a mindset,
The
that
love.
Oh, yeah.
mindset
Oh, yeah.
that they need
Definitely.
to achieve.
100%.
Like
I
like,
love coaching.
there's-
That's
there's
like
a-
my favorite
the
thing.
fact that you can, I could never be a coach. Like soccer was my thing, but like when I watch my nieces or nephews play, or like my brothers both are their coaches too, I'm like, I couldn't do it. Because
Yeah.
I literally would. I have no patience.
Yeah, no,
would-
softball was
like, no.
softball was that for me. And I remember when my daughter was like old enough, and Taylor's like, "Are you gonna coach a softball team?" I'm like, "Hell no." He's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Cause I take it too serious. These kids are like
Exactly.
6 years old." No, I didn't coach. I signed her up, and I was like, "Why are they yelling at them? And they don't even teach them how to do
Right.
anything. Like, what is going on? They're little. Like, what's happening?" I was like, I'm coaching.
Yep.
And I absolutely love it. And it's really a whole lot not about softball. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they all are really good softball players and we learn a lot and they
Mhm.
get better, but it has very little to actually do with the sport.
For sure.
Yeah, they Inky Johnson says this thing which I love. When talent meets talent, talent is no longer enough.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
For
like
sure.
you're always gonna run into somebody that's just as talented as you,
Definitely.
If
And then
not
who's-
more talented.
if not more talented.
yeah.
But who's hungrier?
Mm-hmm.
Who's worked
Who's
harder?
putting- yeah,
Who's
exactly.
putting in the work? Who has a tougher, stronger mindset?
Yep. That is so true.
Yeah, because what you just said kind of reminds me of Deion. I'm like, I love Colorado right
She's
now.
obsessed.
I'm
She's
obsessed.
obsessed.
I'm obsessed.
Yes.
I'm all primetime, baby. I'm all
Yes.
about it.
Absolutely.
I love what he's doing for those kids.
Mm-hmm.
For
And
the sport.
Yes.
yeah, he gets people excited for college football. I mean, they're playing in sold out arenas. That wasn't happening at Colorado.
Ever.
No one cared about Colorado.
I
They
don't
weren't
even
good.
think people knew they had a football
Yeah,
team.
exactly. Exactly.
Colorado
but
what?
he started coaching his 2 boys that he coaches right now currently. When they were young, I think it like 7 and 9 is when he started coaching them, because he did the same thing. He put them in, and then he saw like what the coaches were doing and like the patterns they were running, and he's like,
No.
no,
Can't do it.
It's like,
Yep.
step aside.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
so I love that, especially because you're right. It's like, yes, a team sport is so, I feel like, essential for kids,
Mm-hmm.
but you're teaching them so many
Life
life
skills.
So
lessons.
Yes,
much more
yes.
than
Yeah.
just
100%.
the sport.
You
Yeah.
need to learn how to
coached
lose.
Yes.
5 years.
You need to
Softball.
learn how to win.
You need to learn how to be a
Yeah.
teammate.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
need to learn how to, like, it's not always about you.
No.
Well, I'll tell you something. I coached 4 years, 5 years softball girls, and I'll never forget. She was tiny, 5 foot, 4'9", 4'8", and she wasn't growing. And I taught her to take advantage of her, like what God
Yes,
gave you.
of her size,
So
yeah.
she's up at base, and she kept swinging out. She couldn't hit the ball, and I said, "Crouch down when you get there." she was on base. I put her just before the slugger, and she got 100 runs in
Yeah.
because she always walked.
She would get on base.
She walked to first base every freaking time, and then she'd walk in, she'd run in, the slugger was right behind her. Her life changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I told her just crouch down. No one could pitch to her.
The strike zone was too small.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. So I said, take advantage of what God gave you.
Yeah.
Like life lessons like that.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks for
definitely.
reminding me of that. That was,
Yeah, it's
cool.
so important where like coaches and teachers,
Yeah,
and stuff,
man.
it's like such an important job.
It
Because
really is. Yeah.
that amount of time you're away from your family and you're away from people that are instilling those like morals and values and all of those
Definitely.
things, where then now it's on the coach. And if you don't,
Yep.
if you're a coach and you're not like loving it or wanting to do all of those things, it's like you're becoming a mentor for these kids. you
Yeah,
know?
no, absolutely. For me, I always just say, like, if the kids that I coach aren't excited to come there after school, like especially the young ones, like in elementary school and stuff, I'm like, they need to be talking their teacher's ear off all day. Like, I'm going to the softball field
Yeah.
today. We have softball, or like, I'm going to wrestling this weekend.
Right.
Like,
Right.
they should be so excited to come because they can be who they are.
yeah.
And not
That's
be
cool.
forced to like sit in a chair and follow these rules and color inside these lines. Like, no,
Yeah.
let's just ball out.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
growl. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Yeah.
No, I take it very seriously, but like not serious. Like, I don't really give a shit about the $5 ring you could win on
Sure,
Sunday.
sure.
Like, we can go to the Dollar Tree and get some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are you confident?
Mhm.
Did you try your hardest? Attitude and effort.
100%.
That's all it's about.
And I'll tell you
Attitude
what I
and
liked. I saw you with your younger son and your the two younger ones. You were doing something, not a giveaway, but for
Oh,
charity.
yeah, charity.
Yeah, you were doing something, and your son was talking like he was a young adult, saying, "Love America, love your neighbors, be good. We're all the same
yeah,
people."
we're big about that stuff. And I love making them a part of it because I feel like it's a good way to explain kind of like why what you do. Like, it's not just about you. Nothing
Yeah,
is
yeah,
just
yeah.
about you. But yeah, this it's a book called Thoughts from a Frog.
Yes.
It's actually a really good book.
I bought it.
You did?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
It's,
So
it's not coming until December 9th.
Oh.
But
so it is self-published, and they're in Hawaii. So the proceeds are going to first responders and firefighters
Amazing.
who have lost their homes from the fires. I think I just posted something again last week. I'm posting something again next week.
yeah, you posted it on your story. I bought it because
Yeah.
you were coming in.
Yeah, it's a
that's
really good
awesome.
book, actually.
Not just
I love
because
it.
you were coming in, but it was nice. It was sweet.
It's a
Yeah.
solid, like the quality of it.
Yeah.
It's a really
That's cool.
good book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. Instilling those
Since
behaviors
we're
early.
talking about books,
Yeah.
how old were you when you wrote your first one?
Like when it was released.
When you started writing?
Oh,
Or when you started, like, I'm going to put out a book? When did that, like, come into your brain?
when I was 12.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then how old were you when you really started to put, like, pen to paper to write?
17.
And then it came out, how old were you?
My first book came out in 2015. So I was 24.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then my second one was 2 years after that. And then my third one was 2 years after that.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I love writing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Big
awesome.
time. I'm actually, if I was on pace, I was supposed to release one last year, but I don't know. I don't
You're
like
going
to
through a
force
lot.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like I've been on like such a journey recently, but I have like bookfuls of stuff
For
that
sure.
because I always write. It's very centering and grounding for me.
Therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like once I feel the time's right, I'm just gonna like go get all the books and like figure out what it's actually gonna look like.
Yeah, for sure. Especially, I mean, from what you've been walking through,
Yeah.
you personally with your family, I feel like that's a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much, and I haven't even like really grasped it yet.
Yeah, because you're still walking through it.
Exactly.
It's
Like
still
I don't
happening.
even know how many steps I have left, type of thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kind of at that turning point in life. Like, you know, you get to a point where you're like, I've accomplished kind of everything that I thought I could. And now I'm not sure what direction. Like, I don't know yet what's next or what I want to do type of thing. I'm finding that it's okay to stay there for a little bit.
I was about to say that. Just relax.
Yeah, like it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't have to know
Yeah.
right now. Almost like enjoy what you've built so far.
Right.
Enjoy that you got here and then figure it out whenever the time comes to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it was hard at the beginning to learn to just
It's hard to sit in enjoyment.
They also
Yeah.
say because there are people that can sit in it too long, and when it's too long is when you start to get really comfortable. Because moving forward is always uncomfortable, right? So sit for a while, chill, see what's next, see what opportunities knock.
Yeah.
Coaching.
Like wrestling.
I know. I'm like, okay.
I mean,
But
what
it's
comes
hard.
after
See,
that?
look, this was
I mean,
therapy.
it's-
We solved the
Yeah.
problem.
But it is hard because it is a balance, because it's like you want to enjoy what you have built and be present in the fact of like, wow, I've done well. Like I did a lot of things that I didn't even think at this age or whatever
Were possible. Right.
Right.
I think too, this will be really like this season of life that's starting and really happening right now. Will be the first time I'm not living like in fight or flight.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so it's like, okay, I got to know myself, and now I've got to like know and feel and do here. Wait, oh Lord, like what's that look?
Yeah.
It's scary, but it's also one of those like it's just time.
Yeah.
Also,
You're right on time.
right? Yes,
How old are you?
32.
I mean, you're right on time for
Yeah.
this change, because this is you're going into a different maturity level in your 30s.
Definitely.
So you're right. Like you're right there. 40 is going to be another transition.
I know. I'm already afraid of who I'm going to be in my 40s.
A badass.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
yeah,
Gonna be
that's-
dangerous.
Yeah, man, that's
If you're
cool.
already a killer at 32,
That's
what
I'm-
stuff
yeah.
that you've not only accomplished, but also navigating the trials and tribulations
Yeah.
of dealing with not only having, I mean, we didn't really dabble into this, but your current husband, I mean, that's also, I'm sure, difficult for you to you're having to navigate two men, one that you're currently married to, and then one that you're not, but he's still in your life.
Exactly.
So that's like right there is like,
Yeah, that's a whole. I'm going to have to come back.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to do this
Yeah,
again.
right?
Yeah, because I'm sure that is
No, that's
very
been
difficult.
a task. I mean, and truly because, you know, he has raised Bentley with me. There is no, like, that's my stepdad or that's my stepson. Like, that's just not, he is his dad
Yeah.
too. And for Taylor, my husband, his experience is always cleaning up the mess Ryan made. Being the one to pick the pieces up, being the one that does show up, being the one that you can count on, no questions asked, anytime, all the time, every time. So for him, it's been very like, okay, so I have to watch my son and my wife willingly walk back into the danger zone
Yeah.
and just be sitting here ready, waiting to like clean the mess up again. Like,
Yeah, it's
what?
rough.
Why? That it's like a whole experience on its own.
Yeah.
But a lot of therapy, a lot of work.
Well, if he's doing that, it's a testament.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
No,
to
he
his-
Yeah, he's a good
definitely
guy.
his own
is.
strength.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Because you know, as a man, you would be like, I'm his dad. You know, and this other guy hasn't been showing up. That because a dad is the guy that shows up for everything.
Definitely.
A dad's the guy that's there and picks him up, when teaches him how to ride a bike, teaches him, you know, those things.
Yep.
The one that's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
When
Absolutely.
They get hurt and they need them at
I
dinner.
taught my kid to ride a bike. Push him into the trees. He's never got on one again. Yeah, traumatized for the bastard.
Does he know how to ride a bike?
Barely.
Barely?
It's ugly. It's ugly.
One of the things that Kate and Tyler from the show, Tyler and Kate both grew up with parents who struggled with addiction, and me and Kate are like sisters anyways, but we all really lean on each other for a lot of different things. And one of the things that really kind of, I think, that hit me, but I think definitely opened Taylor up to understanding, like, why does he have to be supportive of us, of Bentley having a relationship with Ryan, or me being willing to co-parent and be a support person of Ryan? Like, why? It doesn't make sense. But especially with Bentley, like you said, like it is hard for him because he is like, I am his dad. Like, why am I not enough? Almost like, why?
Right. Yeah.
What am I not do? I do I am showing up. Like, what am I not doing that is still missing? But one of the things that Tyler said was, you have to look at everything that you have done and the fact that you are his dad. You have made him feel so safe and so comfortable that he's willing to put himself in the face of danger because he knows you're going to be there to catch him.
Wow. Good
And
angle.
I was like, damn.
Good angle.
Like,
Wow.
that's so for real.
God,
Like,
that's godly.
yeah.
Who said that?
Tyler.
Wow.
From Caitlin and Tyler on the show as well.
Okay.
They were on 16 and Pregnant.
Yeah.
back then.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like,
That's-
holy crap.
that's cool.
Like,
Is that what the show is called?
16 and Pregnant.
Yeah,
That-
16
yeah,
and
the
Pregnant.
first
The
one.
first.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, that's exactly right.
That's pretty
Like,
nice for him to say that.
Yeah, like Bentley might not even be open to being let down again
Right.
if he didn't know,
Yeah.
like, no, my guy's right here with me the whole time. Like,
Right.
I'll be fine. I know I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take this risk. I can put myself
Just
out
giving
there
him
to
confidence.
be right.
Yeah, that's cool,
Right.
man.
And I
Right.
like that.
Yeah.
Never even ever. I was like, dang, that's
and learning
that's
to
for
deal
real.
with pain. There's a lot of lessons there for
Yep.
the kid. A lot of lessons.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
nuts.
And you guys have been married 7 years?
Yeah.
Because you have the 7-year itch.
Yeah. No, I'm just like, it's so interesting. Marriage, like, I think so many people think, oh, marriage is good for a little bit and it might be bad sometimes, or good sometimes and bad. It's like, to me, it's not like that at all. It's like, you have to choose it every day. Every day. And it could be 3 months where Taylor's the one picking up the slack and
Oh, yeah.
taking it on the chin. But 6 months from now, it could be me
Totally.
doing that. It's like, you really have to choose it every day. And I think so many people think you just go through stuff and get through it. Go through stuff and get through it. And it's like, no.
Well, I also think that people have this like false perception of marriage as well, where it's like they're looking for a partner that makes them happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jonathan doesn't make me happy.
Yes.
He brings joy to my life, and he's like an asset.
Yep.
Like, he's my partner. So it's like when I'm not pulling my weight, he's pulling it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I look at it. And like, if I relied on him to make me happy all the time, that's fucked up to him.
Yes.
Because then it's like, basically, I'm expecting him to be kind of
carry you.
essentially like a clown.
Right.
Like, do a jig for me. Like, dance.
Yeah.
Do a
You know?
jig.
Entertain me.
Entertain me. And
Entertain
like,
me,
That's
please.
that's such a good, yes.
and
That's
it's
so
like
true.
so much weight to put on a person to try to make me happy, when it's like,
It's
no,
not their job.
It's my job.
Yeah,
I'm the one that's in control of me.
absolutely.
So I need to do that work so that way I can be the best person I can be for not only him,
Mhm.
business, as a daughter, as a sister. Like, when you are doing that like inner work,
Mm-hmm.
I always like kind of talk program, but like clearly you know exactly what I'm talking about because you've been doing it yourself. You're able to navigate your character defects and your
Yes.
things that are making you feel like off and
Mhm.
stuff. It's generally shit that I'm doing that I need to resolve, and then
Mhm.
everything is gravy.
Yep.
You know, when it's like not pointing or blaming, doing the blame game, and like putting that much weight on my significant other.
Right.
You know?
Yep. What's my role? What
Yeah.
am I contributing?
Exactly. What
to
is
my
role?
happiness, my sadness, my funkiness? What am I contributing? It's so easy to look at what everybody else is doing.
Oh, for sure. And especially now because
You're like, well, I'm doing everything fine.
Yeah.
No, you're not, Maci. Shut up.
Yeah. No, for sure. And it's so easy to point a finger, you know?
Yes.
And so it's like, I think that people have this like false thing thinking that like, oh, you know, because when you first meet somebody or whatever, you know, you have the infatuation. It's like, oh my God, you look at the text and it's like new, but it's new. It's like you buy a new shirt. You're like, yes, I'm going to wear this shirt. And then it's like a week later, fuck that shirt.
Yeah.
You know?
Got a stain on it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, when you go into a marriage, it's a huge commitment, but you need to realize like you can't put all of those like butterflies and exciting feelings and everything thinking like that's what marriage is, because that's not.
Exactly.
It's literally like your person that you can rely on, your person to be there for.
Make your bed.
Maybe sometime.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
I was the bed. I've always been the bed.
I'm not. My wife. I'm not. I
I'm
don't.
not.
As a matter of fact, I don't sleep in the same room with my wife, and my bed is made when I get home. Just saying.
Do you snore?
I think I do.
I think I do.
I sleep standing up. I sleep sitting up though. I sleep angled because of my gird. I have a pillow. Chad has the same pillow.
No, I returned it to Amazon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, am I allowed to say Amazon?
No, you're not. Bleep.
What's that pillow?
It's a sleep up pillow because I snored and
It helps with GERD and snoring.
snoring.
Oh, okay.
GERD is
Yeah.
gastroesophageal reflux disease.
Something like that.
That's what it is.
Is it?
Yeah,
You took a better stab at that than I would
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
gastro.
I would have been stuck on the U.
Yeah.
You know what I
it's
want
a
to do
E-
quick?
it's a-
I want to do
it's
quick.
an-
I want to
it's an
introduce
E.
these things.
It's an E.
Oh,
Quickly.
it's an E-G-E-R-D.
Yeah, GERD, like nerd. Like nerd, GERD.
Or GU. GE, you're right. I want to introduce these things. I'm going to give her a chain. This is from, what's it called?
Yeah, I need to find this
Yeah,
place.
I'm going to tell you what it is. It's called the,
Wait, why don't I have a chain? Why are you wearing a chain? What is this? Why don't I have a chain?
Caitlin.
See how they leave me out?
Yeah.
This is Caitlin Crosby.
Yeah.
This is the Giving Keys. This is the Giving Keys. And this one says, I'll tell you why it's so good for your oldest son. Because his middle name Cadence, and that's Rhythm. And this is
Yeah.
Create.
I love it.
So he's a creator.
Thank you.
And mine
supposed
says faith.
Faith.
I feel like you need to have a little bit of faith.
Yeah, in your journey.
That we got your back.
Yeah, we got your back.
here's
And we
your-
never forget about
that.
you. Ever. Ever.
That we would never
Guys,
let you down.
Ever let you down.
I love this.
You're one of the boys.
Yep.
I am.
Yeah.
Taking my
Yeah, take him off.
Oh,
what do you
yeah, our
call it when
ears.
you
I don't know. Yep.
astronaut my astronaut helmet off?
I know. Will it fit over my boots
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it will.
and all my?
And we're going to buy some more. We're going to, I'm going to call her, get some more. We're going to give it to every guest here is going to get one.
Is this really mine?
Yeah, that's yours.
Just gave it to you.
Does yours have a number?
No,
on
but
it?
I
called
kind
it-
of forced you to.
Kind of. It's no. You
Well, a little bit.
I did.
Kind of like the water, but that's fine.
These are really cool. I like.
Isn't
this
that a
is like
great
the first-
idea? I know.
I love it.
I know. And here's,
like
you
the-
want to hear the story? So she's walking one day and she was getting them engraved at a key guy. And she walked up and she's a homeless couple. And she said, hey, I'm going to buy an engraver and give this homeless couple a job. And she had up to 80 employees at one time before COVID.
Yeah.
Homeless, all homeless.
people.
Whoa.
Is that not amazing?
Oh, that's
what she
that
does.
Is amazing.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is wild.
Yeah,
Holy
Caitlin
crap.
Crosby. She's a actress.
Oprah Super Soul 100, 2-time author and 2-time TEDx speaker.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, she's a good girl. Yeah,
Thank
we like
you
her. Yeah, of
for
course.
keeping-
And we'll send you more.
I want to get all. She makes some matte black ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
I'm gonna buy a bunch of them that say hope.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
random
that's
out.
smart.
I love
You know,
that.
I love
that
hope.
too.
Hope is my word. Hope.
I thought you'd get Hopeaholics, but that's fine.
You know,
Well, I mean, hope.
I've
Aholics.
I have never. I really like words and vocabulary. Hope was never. I was always like, man, it's overused.
Yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
that use
Yeah.
it don't even know. Looking back now, that's just like me and my own bullshit
Yeah.
thinking that way. But one of the things that I've learned throughout my journey, but also my journey with Ryan, is because a lot of people are like, man, how do you put yourself back in the line of fire? How can you, or whatever? And something that I learned a lot about myself and just this journey for anyone through Al-Anon is there's a difference between hope and expectation.
Yeah.
And you should never not have hope.
Right.
Agree.
Yeah.
Ever.
True.
Ever. Hope should always, it should be a constant. But there's a difference in hope and expectations. And I think that's one thing that that I didn't know, that I feel like when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, that makes me feel so much better. Like now I know, and I feel like some people really need to hear that. Like there's a difference in hope and expectation.
It seems like hope is more God and expectation is more manly.
Human, yes.
Yeah, expectations are our own.
Are created by
what we
men.
expect you to do.
Absolutely.
We're casting, once again, taking control of a situation, which we have no control over.
Right.
Yep.
And then casting it on either the individual or whatever you're doing.
Yep.
Like I always used to set my expectations so high, and then I would get deflated because it would never end up to like what I had expected.
And also because we always set those expectations based on our abilities
and not God's abilities.
Yes.
Yeah, and then if I put my abilities onto Shane, and I'm like, I expect Shane to perform at the same.
Chad, I don't run that fast.
Yeah.
Right, and you might not.
I don't.
I actually think that I can.
You are
I can
faster
whoop your
running.
ass in running.
More than likely. I'd have to
I'm
tackle.
really fast.
I'd have to tackle you.
Yeah, you would cheat.
I would.
I was watching like these two old guys
would
on
cheat.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Where like
Two old guys, he points at me.
Yeah,
What the fuck is going
me
on
and you,
here?
dude.
Yeah,
me
me
and
and
you. And they were like 80 though, or 90.
Yeah.
And the one guy, they were doing a race together, and the one guy was like, "On your mark, get set," and then he said, "Go," and then he stuck out his foot, tripped the other guy, I think like old guy, and then he took off running.
barely moving.
It was funny as
Yeah.
well.
We'll get there, bro.
You
We'll
ain't
get
cheating,
there.
you ain't trying.
We'll
Oh
get
my
there.
gosh.
Yeah,
No,
if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Right.
Yes.
Shit.
Okay. No, Matthew 1926 with, man, what's possible? But with God, all things are possible. That's so weird because me and my son that was like a verse we were talking about last week. And that's exactly what we were just talking about.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hope and expectation.
Yeah, hope and expectation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope. I've been hopeless before. I didn't think that I was ever gonna make it out of this dark cave that I was in. I didn't think that I was ever gonna come back to reality. I had relapsed and was in a meth-induced psychosis for like a 3-month period straight. I was
Bro, it was a couple of years.
working for the CIA. I mean, this one was bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't really working for the CIA. I was in a meth-induced psychosis. I just want to clarify.
But
that.
to you were.
I was.
Yeah.
I was straight fucking on missions. And I was like, I was killing people in these psychosis. Thank God they weren't like real people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell us the story about the Nerf gun again. I love this story.
Wait, is this when you were like, they were in your yard or something?
He's got a Nerf story. This is hilarious.
This is a good one.
Yeah,
I was
tell
in a
us.
full-blown meth-induced psychosis.
Yeah.
I was at my parents' house, and I'd been up for probably like, I don't know, 7-8 days straight, not a lot of food. I found this little, like my dad had a really bad cough, and I found this little bottle of what is it?
NyQuil?
Cough syrup with
yeah.
codeine.
Yeah.
No, this was the prescription
codeine.
cough syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Tylenol.
Yeah.
I found it, and I was like, oh man, this might help me like come down off of this fucking thing. So I took a swig out. I think I fell asleep for like an hour or whatever. I woke up in like kind of like in a dream state, but still in a really bad meth-induced psychosis. And I go, I think the fucking FBI morphed into my parents. And so at the time I was working for the CIA doing these missions. I was one of the only people that could jump into the iPhone, and that's why and become a digital person, and that's why I was such a special operative. But I was also able to turn Nerf guns into
Like real ones?
real ones, like laser guns, stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
So I have the Nerf gun in my hand.
Are your parents home right now?
Oh, yeah.
They're home.
They're listening to this.
Oh my gosh.
So I have the Nerf gun. I head out to my parents, and I said, I'm going to ask my mom what my birth date is.
Yeah.
And if she gets it wrong, that is not my real mother, because my real mother would never get my birthday.
Yeah.
So I go out and I say to my mom, and I have the Nerf gun in my hand, and I say, Mom, what's my birthday? And she said, January 9th of 1973.
When's your birthday?
January 8th of 1974.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So I start
by the-
shooting my parents with the Nerf because I thought they were the
I don't know why I always love that story.
I mean, it's funny now, but like
You thought they
how
were
sad.
full-fledged
Yeah.
spies.
that is hilarious. He started nerfing his mom and dad.
Oh my
Come on, man.
goodness.
That's a good one.
It's funny now.
That's hilarious.
But
It
I
was
can't
funny
even-
back then.
I don't think.
His mom and dad must have thought,
My mom wasn't happy, dude. She called the
Yeah.
fucking cops.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think she was laughing, Shane.
I don't know if Shane knows.
Yeah.
I don't know if Shane
Like,
knows that
what?
part of the of the
Oh my
story.
God.
that part
But-
I didn't know. That is good.
So I took off running.
yeah,
Before,
naked.
no, I was.
He was out of nerve.
Come on, bro, build it up, build it up. I was
I
in my
ran down the street.
in my underwear
naked.
so fast they flew off of me.
Ran into a lady's house. I did run into a lady's house.
God,
I was like hiding in her garage because the cops were coming.
yeah,
Had the Nerf gun.
that's bad.
Came around the corner, and then there was the lady in the house.
Oh Lord,
Ah! She scared
Oh
the
my-
crap out of her.
Lord,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sorry. I thought it was in my parents' house. That's what I said to her.
You got
and
lucky.
I walked out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, no. I didn't get lucky.
Now they caught you.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were outside. I took off running, got shot with the taser gun,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Fun
was
stuff.
taken to jail.
yeah.
It was
No
not a-
bueno.
Not a good
No.
not a
Yeah.
good day. That was not one of my
Another
Top.
indication: don't do drugs, kids.
Right.
yeah.
Or
Don't.
shoot your parents with a Nerf gun.
So
January 8th is your birthday?
yes. Same as Elvis Presley and Kim Jong Un.
And a
Interesting.
day after Jonathan.
Jonathan's.
Your husband? Okay.
I'm a Capricorn. 1974.
So is Ryan. January 3rd.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
that's my dad's birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. We got a lot of January.
I'm January 30th.
Not a Capricorn.
Aquarius. I am the water bear.
You're an Aquarius?
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Can't you tell?
Why would our Aquarius?
I don't know.
I'll be honest. I think I like him more than most Aquarius that
What
I've
are
met.
what are Aquarius usually?
Dry. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Kind of.
It's a what?
And
I
kind
just
of self
spit all over the
self-serving.
table.
Yeah, I
Oh,
said
really?
dry.
Yeah, I
Spit
yeah.
everywhere. Come on, Drew, clean it up.
That's weird. I would have never picked you for an Aquarius.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're a good one.
I am a good one. I'm a keeper.
We don't know about that.
Oh no, I've been here
I mean,
long.
this is he can hold it together for an hour
Yeah.
or so too.
Yeah. That's true.
I want to. I mean, this has been a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
effing good
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
and a
And
really long and I don't mean that
Might
in a
have
bad
2
way.
episodes.
no,
This is like 2 episodes.
but you're incredible
Yeah.
and powerful and
Thank
strong, and it's pretty amazing for you to have navigated your life from 16 years old
Yeah.
as well as a reality show, because
Yeah.
not only are you growing up and learning who you are, now you're having a child and a relationship, and then having the whole world get to point fingers and
Yeah.
watch you make your mistakes that we all make when we're that young, because you're figuring it out and you're figuring it out on television. And the fact that you have accomplished so much, also stayed on television for 16 years.
God, right? Who does
Insane.
that?
I
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
know.
Nobody.
Badasses do that.
Nobody.
So, put out books.
Yeah,
to,
man.
To be able
You're special.
to, yeah, you are.
You are.
You are. And it's
And
for-
32 or 31 still only. I mean, that's fucking crazy.
And I think for people that are listening, the most, I think, powerful thing that I've heard today is how you're navigating your current situation, because it is very easy to turn off and ignore, rightfully so. And your open dialogue with your son is a testament to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, it's been quite. I feel like I've lived 18 lifetimes.
Yeah.
No, a lot of. I mean, truly, I think everyone. We're all human, right? But for everyone, I just think it's important to always know yourself, have hope in everything, but also have your faith and lean on it strong.
Have to.
Like
Have
lean
to.
on
Have to.
that because your faith shows up for you when you can't.
I love that.
Anytime, all the time, every time, your faith will always be there, even when you can't be there for yourself.
Your giving key is faith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Everything comes back to God. Everybody,
It really
no matter
does.
what, everybody,
Everyone-
in every
for
podcast,
sure.
every interview, everyone I talk to, if they're happy and they're doing the right thing, everyone comes back to God.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Always.
Yeah.
God is actually hope.
Yeah.
He's that glimmer
Yeah.
that
hold on.
that you hold on to in your
Yep.
darkest
Yes.
moments, in your
Yep.
toughest times.
Yes.
That's absolutely true.
I want
So
to
true.
What?
ask her a question.
Okay.
He's such a dick, isn't he? He's like, what? What do you you want?
Bro, it's been 2 fucking hours.
That was the Aquarius.
We're hungry. We got to pee. I mean, we're going through shit over here, man. Come on. You know?
Really been 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it does not. I mean, I
No,
thought
it
was
doesn't
in like
feel
an
like
hour.
Yeah. It's 4.
Wow.
It's 4.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
First off, you're a savage.
Yeah,
you're
savage.
a badass,
Thanks.
and you figured this shit out in the public eye
Yeah.
from
At
a young age to now, and I'm excited to see what the next 10 years of your life
I know.
brings you. I'm a fan.
Thank
I'm
you.
now a fan.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Hopefully, we're like friends though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm like a
if you
weird
take that
obsessed
Yeah.
fan.
I'm like, if you take that coaching job, I can't wait to come out and watch.
No,
that.
Can we,
straight
like-
up. Yeah.
We'll fly out. Ooh,
Yes.
how cool would that be?
Yeah.
to
That
have
would
the-
I
be
was going to
awesome.
say
The
that. I was going to
Hopeaholics
say when we do our little speaking engagements that we could actually invite her
Yes.
to be
Oh, that would be cool.
to be when we get our speaking gigs. We can invite her and do speaking gigs with us.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know, when we travel, we'll for sure. She's
I
got a
love
hell of a
that.
story.
We're all we consider ourselves now
Pros.
transformational speakers.
What am I? I'm
You're
inspirational.
I love
you're
that.
an inspirational.
I'm inspirational.
He's inspirational. We're transformational speakers, and because motivational speakers can get you hyped up for a day, a week, a month, and then you fizzle.
Yep.
But if I can transform the way you
Yeah.
think,
Absolutely.
that lasts a lifetime.
Yes.
And maybe actually it lasts forever because what we pass down to our children
Yes.
is what we
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Generations. Yeah.
I like that.
That stays around.
Yeah.
That
And I
stays
just go with
around.
God. That's me. Inspire. I inspire through God. That's
Yeah,
it.
I love
Because
that.
everyone needs. Without God, come on.
Well, all of the transformational speakers that I've heard and that I respect,
They go God?
They do go God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
For
All
sure.
right, so maybe I'll be.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm culture. Maybe whatever. I like inspirational though.
Whatever you want to be,
whatever.
Shane. I mean, I made that up
Play with-
for
play
you.
with-
No, I like
Play
inspirational.
with your words.
I like it. Inspirational. I mean, that's my next. I got 3 words. now.
Yeah.
So
Where's my
I
wife?
was I had a point to telling you how awesome and amazing you are. I wanted you to.
Babe, we're still doing the podcast.
Can you put it on him like
Kid,
for real?
seriously?
For real.
Like, who is
Like
this?
what the fuck
Like
is going on here?
Like, so, like he's so wild.
We can't tame this
so
fucking
fun.
guy.
Gosh. We can't take him anywhere.
Oh my good lord! Sorry. Was I
That
never?
was
I didn't
wild.
realize
That
I would
was
have done.
wild.
Oh my God.
He really just.
I'm
answered
surprised
a
it
phone
wasn't like he
call?
wasn't like FaceTiming. Hey man, how you doing right now?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Sorry, but what were you
Love
saying?
Unbelievable.
it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't wait for karaoke now. I'm gonna really let loose.
No, after that episode,
No.
get me out of here.
Stop it.
Is there something that just give some words to our like listeners to give them hope?
Out on. Yeah.
Were you gonna ask me a question?
No.
You said that you were, but
Yeah. I rudely interrupted you. My wife.
he did because I was basically
No, mine
giving you
wasn't a
the
question.
compliment
You were just
and then
telling
you
her
did
I was
say-
savage,
telling you
which
that,
is
that
great.
Oh,
you were
okay.
a savage, and
Yeah.
I wanted to build you up.
And now
So
you're friends, and he's a crazy fan.
That was before, but
Was
yeah,
that
that
before?
all.
okay, so say the last thing you said. Words for the listeners.
Yeah, like someone's
Yeah,
suffering
to,
out
to
there.
give them hope that,
Yeah.
that, you know that to get to the other side, or just to hang on for a day.
Yeah. Let me think.
It's tough being put on the spot. I have a hard time being put on the
I
spot.
do
I always.
too.
That's why I always go because the truth.
What I always do,
Yeah.
is as I take a moment, I take a deep breath, and then I say, "God, speak through me right now."
Yes. I love that. I would say to anyone listening to this podcast, end on this note. Take a deep breath, pray, but you've got to hang on until tomorrow and then come back and listen, because there will be something said on this podcast tomorrow that you will need to hear. So just keep coming back.
I like that.
Yep.
It's
Keep
true.
coming back.
It's true.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just keep coming back.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
one of our things, guys. I mean, that's why do you think it's in our meetings all the time? No
Yeah.
matter what, no matter where you're feeling, whether you're high, low, or right in the middle of the pack, the number one thing everybody says that we always close out our meetings is
Keep coming back.
Keep coming back.
You show up, you suit up.
It works
Yep.
if you work it.
Yep.
And,
And
Absolutely.
life works if you work it. You know, this program shit that we spew is like literally just tools to live
to
life.
navigate life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wonder how like other people navigate life who are total normies, you know, that are like successful and like don't have the steps. And there's oh, were you done?
My ears are sore. I thought we were going. I thought we were.
I'm done.
I thought we were ending, and you guys are keep talking. I'm just
Like,
thinking.
out of control.
I'm hungry. I gotta pee. I gotta.
You have to pee?
No, I don't. I'm joking.
Meanwhile,
Well, I mean,
I don't know. Finish. Go ahead. I'm not in no rush.
yeah.
I'm not-
To be honest with you, what I was saying
Yeah.
really was like meaningless.
Right.
Like I was just about to call people
no,
like
it was
assholes.
But
That's why I took the. But there you go.
anyways,
Thank you
so
thank
much.
Yeah,
you,
thanks
thank
for
you.
having
It was
me.
an honor.
It's a blast.